Hello everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kill Connor Club podcast, episode 87. I'm one of your hosts, James, and I'm joined, as always, by Tyler.
As always, how's it going, my friend?
It's going good. How are you?
Yeah, pretty good. Great. Keeping busy, living the life of an epic gamer. What else can I say?
That's good stuff.
What else can I say? No guest today, just you and me, just a couple of pals talking about. I don't know. I don't have any ideas. I got a list here. That's all the ideas I got. Talking about Red Dead Redemption 2. Mm-hmm. Plenty of stuff to talk about. A bunch of fucking Kingdom Hearts 3 trailers. Mm-hmm. Because we haven't had enough of those yet.
No, I don't think we have.
So, I don't think I've seen enough of the game or anything. So just put out more. There's one a day now. Fallout 76 coming out. This Diablo announcement and the whole Defy media shit that's gone down. Oh, yeah. So there's a bunch of stuff to get through. Even the fucking US elections, the midterms happened as well. That's something that went down. So there's so much to talk about. But before we get any further, ladies and gentlemen, into this epic podcast, this podcast, The Kill Connor Club, is brought to you by the great people over at patreon.com/as-always. So if you like what you're listening to here and you want to hear more, every week the Kill Connor Club podcast isn't on. We do the Kill Connor Clubhouse podcast for just $1 a month, exclusive to patreon.com/as-always. You can join over 100 sweet vintage lads over there. That sounds so nice to say, who are powering this podcast. So to thank a few of those sweet vintage lads, we have King Richard III, Ikraik, Ballsack47, Tman or Travis, Josh Devillier, Billy the Team Tynamite, Captain Robertson, Jamie, what the fuck? Damian, I just fucked that up hard. Worst mistake of my life. Anyway, Casey Wood, Viridian, Arbiter the Tony, Team Fizhy, ArunWyn, Mario 5380, Lumistrad, Austin, Andreu Martinez, Johan Valdez, Benedict Parker returns, David Bindis, ShieldZ, Arthur Morgan, Beau Daman, the Real Jorrator, Zahir, Captain Keys Official, Kyle, Ollie the Dane, Elstico91, Emil Katborg, S-Jaws, Prudhvi Muvva, Julie, Adam Sunling, H-Parts 12, Jace, The Last Medici, the ACMJS, James and Lad, Yazen, Joe the Sexy Boy Smith, Brian Ford, Connor DeRose, Bully in the Alley, Joshua Moragine, Marcus Blackburn, Seth, Oscar Ravjai, Son of a Bitch, OG Adogo, Brendan, or BQ Overlord, and Pink Flame 313. Thank you, sweet vintage lads, for helping power this podcast. All right, James, what's up? What's happening? Yeah, it is a fucking long list now.
Jesus Christ. I would want to say as well, before we get into things, if everyone could just let me know what the audio's like, because I've adjusted it slightly because I was streaming from my PC yesterday. So I just want to make sure that the audio's balanced for both of us. So if everyone could let me know, that'd be great. Anyways, we can do whatever.
Nice, and also like the stream as we get going, as we get crack-a-lackin' here. I just said crack-a-lackin'. What is wrong with me today?
That's great.
What's been going on? What's your week been since we last talked last week?
Oh, bloody hell. I'm not sure. Well, I've got sick. I got a bit of a cold.
You got sick?
But,
yeah, right. What have you been playing?
Other than that, nothing really. I haven't played anything all week. I played a bit of Red Dead 2 where I could, but I've been working on videos for the most part, so...
Finally. Bad
time.
Bad time. You've slacked off, and now Ethan has more subscribers than you, James.
Yeah, I know. I'm so disappointed. No.
Are you disappointed?
No. I don't care. Congratulations.
you sound like you care. In what universe is the guy that made Swag
it's crazy. Anything can happen.
Got 80,000 YouTube subscribers and the biggest channel of Four Pillars.
Crazy.
He fucking deserves it. He's the most dedicated gamer out there. He's amazing. I love Ethan to death, but just looking back on how it all began, it's hard for me to believe that we'd be where we are.
If someone had told me that, like, back when Ethan was spamming rape you on my Skyrim streams, I just wouldn't have believed it.
And every video we'd upload, he'd comment 7,000 times. I loved it. I made me feel like I had lots of people commenting when it just really was like 3 people and Ethan 17 times. And then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, I've got a channel too," and he's got like 100 subscribers. And I got him on fucking Stick a Tynamite podcast before Swag came out because I wanted to talk to him about Swag, about what it was. And then all of a sudden he's like making Assassin's Creed videos like us. And then all of a sudden he's gone from a meme and just a hardcore community member to Fizhy, the 80,000 biggest of the 4 pillars.
Yeah, it doesn't even feel like the same person, to be honest.
No, it doesn't feel like the
I've
same
like
person.
separated the person who made Swag and was commenting on our videos with Ethan.
Yeah, he's just grown up so much in the last 4 or 5 years. It's adorable. I'm so proud of him. I've got a tear in my eye. It's like a little. You're all like my little brothers, so it's just like watching a little brother achieve such great things.
God. Yeah. But yeah, bloody hell. Congratulations to Ethan. I'm still yet to hit 80k. We'll see when that happens. One day, maybe.
How embarrassing. Imagine not having 80k subs.
Yeah, I'm super embarrassed.
I'd be fucking embarrassed. Isn't that funny? Have you ever got comments like that? It's like, dude, why even make a video about this? Your opinion doesn't matter. You only have like 13,000 subs, bro.
I feel like I have gotten that comment before, yeah.
It's like, hey, man, you have none. Like, what are we talking about? You've got none and you're commenting that. I'm like, bro, 30,000 is a lot of people.
So
are you fucking high, bro? Dude, I've lived in towns with less people. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
it's fucking weird.
It's fucking so weird. Oh, man, Ethan, beautiful lad. Yeah, what? So I did want to ask you about this. You were streaming yesterday, and on Aces Extras, and you got fucking streaming. What were you doing?
Okay, so the stream was streaming all of the games that companies had sent me codes for.
Yeah.
So I downloaded all of them, and I was playing through them, and there was one called. So I asked everyone, I was like, okay, which one do we play next? And they all voted for this one. So it wasn't my choice. Obviously, I was going to play it at some point, but it was called. It's a VR game that you can play in like you don't have to play it in VR. It's called Sexbot Quality Assurance Simulator or something like that.
Well, okay, that's.
And so
okay.
I played that for a bit. I wasn't sure, to what extent the game would, simulate what it was going for. But it was graphic. But it was blurred. So I thought, this is just like, The Sims or something, Like, it's not that, okay, maybe it is. But I was like, it's not that bad. Like, they're not going to, they're not going to take the stream down. It's, it's blurred. It's a video game. It's fucking stupid. But they took the stream down and gave me a community guideline strike. So I can't stream for 3 months on my second channel.
Yeah, I think you deserve that, to be fair. Of all the ones, you may not have deserved.
Yeah, I didn't argue against that one. That was fair enough. I pretty much streamed porn, so,
You didn't pretty much stream. You did. Like, that's... You stream porn, bro. What the fuck's wrong with you? This is why people don't like us, and it's your fault. This is literally the fucking reason people don't like us. Because you do shit like this, and you're like, oh, well. That's it. Like, I'm like, oh, James, why'd you do that? You're like, oh, well. And then that's it. Like, that's all we got to deal with. And then all of a sudden, people hate us.
Why did the company send me the game? What did they want me to do with it?
Dude, they wanted you to do it. But YouTube does it, and you shouldn't have. Like, didn't you read that? You're like, I'm not going to play that. Like, I get emailed codes all the time, and I don't think I played a single one. Because I'm like, I don't want to play your fucking dungeon game. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, that's why I do those streams, though, because I know a lot of them are going to be shit. So I go through them all, and we have a laugh. Like, a lot of them were really funny. And that one was really funny. I just didn't think. I thought, it's not graphic enough to get me banned. Like, because there's so many games out there with nudity in. I just thought that'll be fine. I'm not sure. I don't know. It must have just been just across the line for them to do it.
Just across the
because I saw a video, because I actually posted, because I thought it was funny. Some guy did a commentary over it was like a similar thing like that in a different video game. And someone did like a commentary over the top. I thought it was quite funny, and I highlighted it as like, oh, it's true epic gamers, having sex in video games. So I recorded that and posted that to Twitter, and that video's been on YouTube for like 7 years. So it's very similar content to what I was streaming. So I was like, that's weird that I don't know, but if they wanted to, that's fine. I'm not too bothered. It's my second channel and whatever.
I was about to say, when I read it, I almost had a hard time. I'm like, dude, we got kill.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, and then you say something, I'm like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, I wouldn't have risked it on the main
Because I would be furious. Like, if that ever happens, like, I'm gonna be fucking livid. Like, dude, are you serious, bro? Then then we'll just have to stream from my channel, and I'll just have to give you my password, and then you'll just like, I guess we could do that. Yeah, that's actually not that bad. We have talked about that before, actually.
Yeah.
I remember I said that, and you're like, oh, that's actually a better idea.
Yeah, if I ever get banned, we can, yeah.
Yeah. It's better than going to like lasers. What do we do? Horsey and Fox. You know what I mean? Like, remember we used to do that?
That was an awful idea. Why did we do that? I
don't know. Like we did it. It was Lasers Network or whatever it was called. And the Kill Connor Club used to get 500 listens. Like it got 500 views, and that was it. It wasn't even on iTunes.
Yeah, it really bothers me that the Kill Connor Club is actually spread across here around Horsey and Fox now. It was fine when it was Lasers Network because it's like, I guess that makes sense, but. No, it's okay.
It's Horsey and Fox well, and but also like, it's still in, when it comes to, like, iTunes or whatever, it's all of there. So like, it's not like it's only on YouTube and that's it, and then it's just in 2 channels for some reason. It's on iTunes, it's on SoundCloud.
Yeah, true. It's all in the same.
We're still looking at Spotify. We talked about that last.
Oh yeah, I looked into
Clubhouse last week. Yeah, what's it like?
It's similar to the way we do it to iTunes, but they won't allow it from SoundCloud. It has to be from a different service.
Okay.
Whether that's something we'll have to pay for separately, I don't know. But
well, maybe when we talked about a website before, if we could somehow do it from like our own server, and then get it, on the website, on a website or something.
Maybe. We'll have to figure it out.
And we'll still keep it on SoundCloud so people can listen on it, because people listen just on SoundCloud.
Yeah, they do.
And then it'll be on like, a website, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube. Like, there's no reason not to have it everywhere we can possibly put it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It only means people can just have all the options to do it or whatever.
Yeah.
But then it's like, because I remember when I put it on iTunes, like I uploaded, what at the time, 30-something episodes or whatever. Or not even. It was like 14 episodes. I remember having to go through uploading each episode and dating them and whatnot. And then I'm like, it's going to be like 110 episodes like to upload to get.
Oh, yeah. If you can't just copy it across to another platform, that's horrible. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you'll do that. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. No, I'm sure I will.
I'm not doing that like that. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Oh yeah, this is all James's master plan. Tyler gives him his YouTube password, and he steals Tynamite.
Yeah, that's what I really want.
I know. Well, when you've got a channel like yours, I would want something better.
And then I can do. Oh, okay. and then I can do the truth, and then I don't have to do quick law. I can just do the truth,
I mean, you can actually just you. Yeah, well, you wanted to steal that series the whole time. Yeah.
Oh, it's all right.
Like, all you wanted to do, yeah.
At least a year. I'm never going to do it again, so we're fine.
Yeah, I know. And I mean, I remember I'll just never forget making the truth. You're like, that's a really good idea for a series. Like, I wish I'd come up with that. 2 minutes later, quick law, ladies, welcome to.
It's funny because I didn't even think of it like that.
Yeah, I know you didn't.
Oh, God.
But as soon as I saw it, I was like, well, I mean, I don't care, but also, that's the same thing. No, but you do theories. I'm like, well, I do now, I guess. I guess that's all I do now, because... but anyway. It's not like we ever made the same video on anything.
No.
Have you made that Eagle Vision video yet? I just remember that one for like 7 months you were talking about, I've got to make the quick law on Eagle Vision. People are asking me.
I think I did.
And then like 5 weeks later, yeah, people were asking for an update on my Eagle Vision video, Quick Law, and I'm making it. I'm like, okay.
I don't remember
7 months of that. It's like the fucking crocodile part of Origin. That's the section of like this podcast is the crocodile section of this podcast is you talking about making the Quick Law video on Eagle Vision.
I don't remember that.
Oh, I fucking remember that, bro.
I don't remember that at all.
Oh, I fucking do.
I made it though. It's out. Been out for a while.
It's out.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no shit. When was the last time you had a Quick Law video?
I think that was the last one. A long time ago.
A long time ago.
It's probably a great video now.
Yeah, I mean, probably not. Yeah. So I wanted to ask you. So Red Dead Redemption 2's out.
Is it?
And then we've got it's out. I'm not sure if you know, but it's out. It's pretty good.
Okay.
I mean, it's all right. It's not Odyssey. So we've got a month and a half, more than a month and a half, left in the year.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting here thinking, I haven't played a lot of games this year, like a lot of new games.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking, I'm trying to put my top 5 list together.
Of like this year?
Of this year, yeah. I'm like, obviously, Red Dead, God of War, Spider-Man. I'm like, well, honestly, like the game I put the most hours in is UFC 3. Came out at the start of the year. I love it. It's just for me. I'd happily put that in my top 5. It's just as a bias thing for me. I love those UFC games.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, I don't think I've played anything else other than like Odyssey. And I've realized that if I made a top, like, James, I've realized this and I'm panicking. I'm literally panicking. If I made a top 5 list video tomorrow for this year, I'd have to put Odyssey in it. Just simply the fact that I've only played 5 new games. Now, exactly, I pre-ordered already Battlefield 5, and no matter how bad that is, I love Battlefield. I was always going to get it. Like, it's Battlefield. I'll always get every Battlefield game.
Shit, though.
Yeah, look, James,
the beta was
I don't
also
care.
Shit. Did you play the beta?
Yeah, I didn't. Specifically because I thought I'd think it was shit and then not get it, and I really just wanted to get it, to be honest. But I also want to play the camp. The campaigns are always fun in Battlefield. I really enjoyed the Battlefield 1 campaigns, actually. And this looks like way more story-based, actually. And I hope it's similar. I actually like the format of like the war stories and jumping between. Hopefully that's still in there. I literally haven't looked at anything since like the reveal trailer. But I'd rather put that in my top 5. Like, I just can't do it. But I've been looking into like other games. What have I missed this year? I'm like, I'm not going to play Kingdom Come Deliverance. I don't have 1,000 hours. So I'm like, when did the first Life is Strange come out? Was that the start of the year or was that last year?
The first Life is Strange.
Yeah, was that last year?
2015, I think.
Bullshit, really?
Yeah.
I thought that was like the start of the year.
Yeah,
I thought they made them in like 6 weeks. Okay. Okay, so Life is Strange 2 came out, but I feel like I need to play the first one first. Okay, so that's out. That's what I'm sitting at. Okay, I was getting there. You jumped, but that's okay.
Oh, shit, sorry.
I haven't played the Jurassic Park game that I really wanted to play.
Oh, yeah, that's fun.
That's fun. But yeah, so I've landed on Detroit Become Human. That's like a big game that you said's amazing that I haven't touched.
Yeah, I'd reckon.
Now, I've got some questions because, one, Battlefield comes out next week.
Okay.
And I'm going to be playing Battlefield. But that's only for a couple of weeks. Maybe a week. And by that, hopefully that week that I've finished with everything, Red Dead Online comes out. And then that'll be my time up until I need to start my Kingdom Hearts marathon before 3 comes out. So I've got, let's say, I've got 9 days. 8 days. In 8 days, plus, I'm working almost all those days, gym, all that. I've got stuff to do. But with my free time, a couple hours a day, could I finish and do everything I need to do in Detroit Become Human? What's the game? Is it long? Is it massive?
If you're only looking to play through it once, then yeah, you could easily do it. Because it's not long. Like, the main story is not long, it's just good. But obviously there's like a bunch of outcomes, and lots of people like to go back and do all the outcomes. That's not for me personally. It's like, I've done my story. That's sort of what I did. Maybe I'll go back to it eventually, but I don't know. It's just, if I replay something, I end up doing the same choices. I hate forcing myself to pick something that I wouldn't pick just to see what happens. So if you're just looking to play through it once, like, the game's not long. It's like 10 hours maybe.
No shit, really?
So it's
I might get a physical copy there, because it's like $80 or $90 on like to download PlayStation. I might go like to a store and get it for like cheap or something. Get a hard copy. Yeah. Okay.
It's a
like
good
10
game.
hours. There's 3 characters, isn't there?
Yeah,
is it 3 stories, or do you pick?
It's one. It just sort of, it'll switch you. Like, so you'll do a bit as one character, and then it'll switch to another one. Like, imagine like Game of Thrones, because it sort of formats itself like a
and it's only
really
like 10
long TV
hours.
show. So yeah, it's not long.
But that's kind of the perfect game. If I go get it for cheap somewhere, it's actually probably the perfect sort of game, like to play a really good, solid story that's not very long, just so I can not put Odyssey in the top 5 list. Yeah, that's ideal for me. So what did someone else mention? Kingdom Come? No, I didn't play Kingdom Come. What was the other one someone mentioned? A Way Out, isn't that? But that's a co-op only game, isn't it?
It is a
You can't
co-op
play
only
that
game, yeah.
Yeah. That's the reason I haven't played it. I've no one to play with.
I have the game.
Yeah, but like then we've got okay.
We could do a video on it at some point.
Yeah, I was gonna say we could stream it.
Yeah, just not on Lasers Extra.
No, no shit.
On Patreon.
Well, we could stream it. We could stream it on Patreon.
Yeah, we could do.
How much is? Okay, hang on. Let me just load up the PlayStation. How much is it to download?
I don't know.
That.
Wait, actually, thinking about it.
Is it a long game? Is A Way Out a long game?
No, not at all. I think it's shorter than Detroit, if anything.
Would you want to play it like in the next week? We could just stream it, organize a time a couple times in the week, and stream it.
Whatever. Yeah. I'm thinking. I feel like A Way Out. Did they not have a thing where only one person has to buy the game and then 2 people can play it? I swear that was a thing they advertised. I don't know whether that was just a PlayStation thing, or whether it was. I think I have it on Xbox.
Do you? I have. Okay. Oh, I thought it was PlayStation only.
No.
For some reason. Okay.
You get a free code to give to your friend for A Way Out. Well,
it's only $40.
If I get a free code, where did that go, Amir? Where did the code go?
I'm not sure. Okay, well, hang on.
I'll have to have a look.
I'll get it up on Xbox. I thought it was for some reason. I'd load up my PlayStation. For some reason, I thought it was only on PlayStation.
No, it's not.
Let's close that shit. Okay,
I'll see if I have a code for it. If Amir's saying you get a code when you buy it.
Yeah.
Let's see if
would it be in your like Xbox Live messages if it was something you downloaded?
Oh, potentially. I was thinking maybe it was in my emails, but maybe it would be. I'll see what Amir has to say. Oh, it's probably like a message from PlayStation or Xbox with a code. All right.
Also, just to let people know, if you've got Xbox Live Gold, Assassin's Creed 1 backwards compatible is free to download. So if you for some reason haven't played Assassin's Creed 1, I downloaded it. I have the disc, but I'll always get the download version, so I don't have to put the disc in, like, because I already owned it. It's free. So if you haven't got that, go get it as well. Just thought I'd point that out randomly. God. Conversations. Okay. I just want to check my messages because we've started our crew. Do you want to leave in the description of this our 4 pillars Red Dead Redemption 2 crew that you've started up? And if you're on Xbox, I mean, you can have him PlayStations. I've got the same gamer tag as Tynamite, but instead of an I, it's a 1. But just message me 4 pillars, just so I know, because I get random friend requests. I don't want to just accept anybody that just who knows who they are. But if you're someone that wants to, if you're a part of the community, just always message me 4 pillars, and then I'm like, cool, yeah, no problem, add you. Especially on Xbox, because then you can join the crew, obviously.
Okay. I'm gonna just I'll sort out the description and then I'll check my Xbox messages. I've got I'm gonna need to. I realized I never did set up the description to say like as always and stuff, so I'm gonna do that now.
So if you message me 4 pillars on Xbox Live, I'll just add you as a friend. So I'll just do that now because I've got a couple of messages. Did you find a code or anything?
I'm just gonna check in a second. I'm just making sure the description's all good on this stream because I forgot to properly have it set up. All right, there we go. Right, let's check.
Amir, you have so much gamer score, bro. Holy fuck, that's such mad respect, man. Well, I honestly have not seen anyone with more gamer score than me.
When did A Way Out come out? Because I've got to scroll back and find.
Isn't it like it came out in like February, March?
All right, it's gonna take a minute.
Yeah. Let me Google it. A Way Out came out 23rd of March, this year. Way Out. Xbox code.
No, I don't have any messages from.
Buy Way Out and Xbox code compare. Buy Way Out. Okay, here we go. A way out friend pass. How to invite and play with friends that don't own the game. Okay. Okay, way out. How to invite. To send a way out friend pass free trial, you need to first actually own the game, then press play online button on the main menu and select invite a friend. Once you've clicked that, you'll have the option to choose a friend from your respective platform's friends list, be it PS4, Xbox One, or Steam. Your friend will then get a message to download a way out trial. Once that is done, set up a lobby and invite your friend. You are then free to go to prison with your buddy.
Okay.
So, do you want to do that now just so I can download it?
I just need to reinstall the game.
Oh, shit.
I
no shit.
uninstalled it.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
So I'll leave that installing. I'll check back on it in a minute.
Sick. Okay, well, that's something we can do. I want to play. Is A Way Out good?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay. I'm still going to get Detroit. So I'll get Detroit and play A Way Out. Because I need to pack in all these games that I've kind of missed. Because I didn't have a job for the first fucking 6 months of the year. Now I've got now I'm hashtag rich as shit now. So yeah, need to catch up on all these games I've missed, and then I can just get back to playing every game like an epic gamer.
That's good. That's what we like to hear.
Ben, Tyler, are you a true gamer? Not really. Not anymore.
I'm trying to set up. I forgot to put everyone in the description from Patreon, and I'm trying to do it.
What is wrong with you?
I know.
What is wrong with you?
I think that's everyone. I think that's fine. Oh, is Awkward Cuck gone? Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, he left a couple of weeks ago.
Alright, let me do him in. Get out of here, Awkward Cuck.
Let me do him in.
I think that's everyone. If it's not, I'll just check after the podcast and figure it out. Okay. Cool. Right, what were we talking about?
Well, we're talking about games I need to play. So I've got A Way Out, Detroit. Gonna play those. Gonna get Detroit this week, and you can send me like a fucking request for A Way Out, and then we can smash out on streams this week sometime.
That'd be great.
On Patreon only. Unless you want to do it publicly, I don't really care.
No, let's do Patreon only. It's a short game.
Yeah, cool. Okay, Patreon, just $1 a month, and you can watch a stream A Way Out this week. We'll try to finish it this week.
Yeah, we'll also put out a post and tweet once we figure out the date and time, so everyone could be ready for it as well.
Yeah, cool. Cool.
So that'll be good.
Yeah, that'll be sweet. We could do it like I could just get up early before work and play a couple of hours or something.
All right.
Holy tits! So I just got added from Omega914 and Xbox. Sorry to just review a game tag. 99,000 gamer score. Who are these people?
How much gamer score do you have?
Like 50.
How much do I have? It's like 44, I think.
What a fucking noob. What a fucking right noob.
I'm sorry.
How much do I have? I have like 49,675. But more than that, how many games have you got every achievement for? That's what I care about more.
Probably none.
I have about 20?
I had a few, but that's only because I modded my gamer score like an epic hacker and then got the gamer's own cheater, and now I can never get... I did it to like Assassin's Creed 2 and Red Dead Redemption 1, and so now I can never get the achievements on those games.
Son of a cunt. Odyssey added one achievement.
Odyssey?
For 30 gamer score. So I have all the achievements in Odyssey. 1,000 for 1,000. Now it's 1,000 out of 1,030. What's the 30 gamer score achievement they've added? You absolute slut. There's 2 achievements they've added. What the fuck have they added? These fucking maniacs.
They're going to be like, complete this amount of daily challenges. So you
complete
have to log
the
in
show
every day.
Must go on. Defeat Steropus the Lightning Bringer. What the fuck is that? There's some update. Is that DLC coming out, or is that like an update?
I reckon that might be like one of those daily update things or something.
Oh.
What if they keep updating the achievements? So you have to play Odyssey every day of your life.
Yeah, I know. Well, I will. I've got every achievement, every Assassin's Creed game, so all 11 of them. Well, not 11 now because Odyssey added 2 fucking achievements. And the Ezio trilogy, Black Flag I've done twice. Ezio trilogy I've done twice. Got every achievement. The first game I've got every achievement for was Modern Warfare 2.
Great.
Or Assassin's Creed 2, one of the two. What else? I feel like Watch Dogs I got every achievement for. Or I was like 2 achievements away for some reason. I just didn't do it. What a fucking disaster that is.
You can do it now.
Do it now. What? Do it now.
Do it now. If you've only got 2
Watch
achievements
Dogs.
left for Watch Dogs, do it right now.
Do it right now. Yeah, Assassin's Creed 3, Unity got all them all. What else do I have? Assassin's Creed. Visions fucking. What the fuck? Yeah, Max, The Curse of Brotherhood. Got that in one day. Sat down and did that. Yeah, it's just like an arcade platformer that was free. It's an Xbox exclusive, free with gold, like in 2014. I was hungover one day and downloaded it in the morning, and then literally played for 12 hours straight. Got every achievement. It's actually so much fun.
Now that is epic.
Actually had a
gaming.
great time. That was epic gaming. This is real content right here. Game of Thrones, the Telltale game, where you get every achievement just from finishing it.
Oh.
I fucking got so close in Skyrim.
What achievements are
1,320 out of 1,550. So I had 66 achievements in the game. Because, let's have a look. Let's have a look at what achievements I didn't have. It was like... Dude, that was one of the hardest ones. The hardest one that I attempted and then stopped very quickly was GTA 5 because Rockstar games are fucked. I got 6 achievements left. 7, 8, no, 8 achievements. So return the Thieves Guild to its former glory. I've done that. Oh no, I think I was literally in the middle of doing that where you have to do all these side activities for them. Like you have to do 4 of each type of thief mission. Yeah, I think I was right in the middle of finishing that. Bounty of 1,000 gold in all 9 holds. Have 100,000 gold. Read 50 skill books. Collect 15 Daedric artifacts. Acquire 11 werewolf perks. Acquire 11 vampire perks. Defeat a legendary dragon. Craft an item out of Stalrim. Okay, the reason craft an item out of Stalrim I haven't got that because I killed the guy in the Dragonborn DLC that gives you the ability to do that. So I had to replay the game. And just so I could play Dragonborn again.
Did you not
so
have
I could get this
save that you could just reload?
No. Oh, no, I did. But that's what I mean. I had a save right before I started, I think. But the thing is, then they released... Because I was in the middle of doing all of these. I remember thinking, I'll jump back in Skyrim and get all these achievements. Then they released the remaster. And I'm not going to go back and play old Skyrim now and get all the achievements for it.
Guess so. That makes sense.
It's just not enough. Yeah, Watch Dogs had 2 achievements left. I was 97%.
Why were they so
They were
hard?
online ones. They were on the online ones. And they were annoying. Because people had to hack you. It was be hacked by 7 people. I'm like, I've been hacked once because there's 2 people that play this game.
You just leave it open.
Yeah, it's a secret achievement, but I remember I knew what it was. And the other one was unlock every song on the Song Sneak app because you've got to be in places that songs are playing, and then you've got to analyze the song. And I finished I've got 70% progress in that achievement, so I had 70% of the songs. I remember I wrote them all down. Yeah, I have 2 achievements left in Watch Dogs. I really should do that once, but I don't think I even have Watch Dogs anymore.
That wouldn't take long at all. Yeah,
I got every achievement in Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor. Though I didn't get any of the DLCs, so I don't have those. But I had, when it came out, I got 1,000 for 1,000 on that. What else? Yeah, this is really boring. I realize that. I'm sorry. I've played a lot of stupid games. So when did I play Borderlands 2? What? Dead Space 3. I played 30 minutes of that and never touched it again. Dishonored, man. I played 2 hours of that game and never fucking touched that piece of shit game again.
Thing, yeah,
I fucking hate Dishonored. What a fucking shit game.
Yeah, not a fan.
I got a lot of achievements in some games I really should have finished. Like Mass Effect 2, I had quite a lot.
Yeah.
ODST had quite a lot. Because I'm pretty sure ODST I just had skull achievements again because I did it Legendary. Modern Warfare 2, all the achievements. Shout out to COD. Epic gamers play COD, don't they, James?
They do.
Yeah.
It's true.
Fuck oath, they do. Anyway, let's get into some fucking topics, eh? How about that? How about that? We had a conversation last week on.
That's really vague.
I was meant to say Clubhouse, but it wasn't. It was on the Red Dead Redemption 2 spoiler cast. Now, this isn't a spoiler. We were just talking about soundtrack. I said, I want to bring this up again because I said, that I believe, and not in the general ambience music. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about key moments. There's songs with like lyrics and shit, and vocals. Yeah, is the word I'm looking for. And it's not that Red Dead Redemption 2 songs aren't good. I think there's some really good songs in it. But the Red Dead Redemption 1 songs, shit on them. Dead Man's Gun, Far Away, On the Lone Prairie. Get the fuck out of here with fucking like May I. Stand on Shake. Get the fuck out of Stand on May I Stand on Shaker. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. You're telling me Dead Man's Gun isn't as good as that? I remember you made a tweet and you agreed with me at the time, but you kind of like weren't really thinking about it, I don't think. Then you thought about it.
Yeah.
You started tweeting out that you disagree with me. Yeah. And you're like, nah, because there's some really key moments that Red Dead 2 have like some really good like moments in them.
That's what I sound like.
Yeah, that's what you sound like when you're talking about that. Okay. And you're wrong. What's the credit song called for Red Dead Redemption 2? Like the first credit song? What's it called?
Oh, I don't remember what order the songs play.
But that one is particularly underwhelming. And you tweeted like, man, and this is the first song of the credits, and just what a moment. I was like, no, not what a moment. When you've got Dead Man's Gun, when you literally have Jack Marston, this spoiler for Red Dead Redemption 1, 8.5-year-old game. Jack Marston shoots Edgar Ross, stares down at this gun that belonged to his father, then walks off Red Dead Redemption after avenging John. And then it's because Dead Man's Gun's fucking playing. Fuck you if you think that's not as good.
I don't see look, I think that
you're like, nah, Red Dead 2 just plays in really key moments. I'm like, what? Red Dead 1 doesn't.
No, that's not what I meant. That's not what I was saying. What I was saying was, to me, I feel like I don't know. I think that there's certain songs, like Far Away, for example, and Compass that plays after Dutch dies and you go back to Peach's Hope.
Oh, what a great...
I think
that I need.
Those two are some of the best, I think. Wow. But then you've got like, what was that one that plays? I don't want to spoil Red Dead Redemption 2, but what's that one?
Plays at the end.
That's the way it is. That song.
That's the way.
When you're riding back to the camp.
That's probably the best song in 2.
I fucking love that whole moment, that whole song, because it's like the weight of both games. I don't disagree
with you that it's a great moment. I'm just explaining to you that Far Away, Compass, and Dead Man's Gun are superior songs.
See, although Dead Man's Gun is really meaningful, and I love that, I'm not a huge fan of the song itself. Like listening to it.
That's my favorite song. I could just listen to Dead Man's Gun.
See, I don't like the song that much, but I like the meaning of it and the lyrics, and in the moment and during the credits, it's like, this is really cool, but it was not a song I would listen to. Like,
I would never listen to Unshaken. I would never listen to that. Cruel, Cruel World, that's a credit song. That is particularly not that good.
I love that. Oh, also, do you know what I fucking realised? Okay, this is
I don't love the upbeat nature of the song. That's what I have an issue with.
Well,
it's not even what the lyrics are saying, it's the musical element to the song that I don't like.
I like it because it's sort of like a bittersweet ending, because it's like that, like, oh no, this is getting too spoilery. I don't think we can talk about this.
Well, I'm not the one saying it. You're the one spoiling it.
But it was, also that's the song that plays in the moment that we both missed, because I didn't realize I missed it, but I did. You said you missed a song. It was that song. I missed it as well. I was watching my footage back, and I did the same thing. I went right back into Shave. Cruel Cruel World.
But that's the credit song. Or is that the second time you hear the song?
It's the second time you hear the song. It also plays in the game.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Yeah, okay. That's the song. I did not mean to, everybody. I didn't mean it was an accidental spoiler.
Oh, no. Oh, I wish we hadn't even got into it. That was bad.
Write that down so you can at least in the playback.
Yeah. I'll unlist the stream after it goes up so I can edit that out before it goes public.
Yeah. So hopefully most of you that are listening live right now finished it. Oh God.
Okay, I'm gonna jot it down.
Yeah.
It's like 4:30. 40:30, sorry.
Yeah. Ben said he was like, I was opening my window. Ben managed to avoid that. Thank God.
Oh,
Thank God.
Jesus.
Okay. Or something, but I'm worried I missed it. But no worries, I missed it. Okay, thank God. Whoo! Look. Hopefully, only a few of you. Hopefully, no one got spoiled, but I feel like a few people did. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, everyone in the chat seems like they've already finished it. So.
Yeah. I'm on my second run through. I'm halfway through. But I've kind of stopped playing the main mission now. I'm just kind of like now doing everything. Yeah.
I could not play through the game again after finishing it. Like, I'd have to give it a few months, I think. It's just too heavy.
No, I just jumped straight back into it just so I could do stuff that I didn't do the first time and replay it. Like, because I did all the side stuff after, whereas people are like, no, if you do the side stuff throughout, it adds to it. So I'm just kind of slowly playing, just doing all the side stuff throughout the story.
You can replay them though, if you want to, because that's what I did. There was a specific stranger mission that I missed that everyone told me I had to play, so I just replayed it because you can just do that in the menu.
Oh, okay. No, anyway, it's fine.
Great.
I'm just doing it again. It's no big deal.
I'm just scared we're gonna start talking about spoilers.
I needed to record footage for like a review that's coming out tomorrow.
Just record your first playthrough.
No, I didn't want to deal because I didn't want to have to deal with setting up my fucking Elgato and shit for.
Do you not have it always plugged in?
Look, I do. I actually do, but I couldn't be fucked, to be honest. Like, I just couldn't be bothered having to worry about, like, storage filling up because, like, they take up so much space and I just would have to delete shit. So I'm like, I don't want to have 60 hours of footage.
That's why I bought a really big 8 terabyte hard drive so I can just save all my footage to it.
8 terabytes. Yeah, I've got 2 terabytes.
And that's all it's for. Yeah. It's only for footage.
That is something. I probably do need another hard drive, but I feel like I only just got this other one. It's fucking annoying sometimes.
Yeah.
Anywho,
do something.
Man, I didn't even notice I said that last thing. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna change it. So I want to disable DVR so no one can go back and listen to it, and then I also want to make it so it doesn't automatically save publicly. I want it to save as like unlisted or something. I'll just make it unlisted as soon as it's done.
That's all good. And then you can like edit it and that'll be it. I'm sorry, that's a pain in the ass, but
it's okay.
I got some links to send you.
Okay.
So the first one is this is about Red Dead 2 still. We're still talking about Red Dead 2. Sorry. And this in particular is just its sales results, which is Take-Two, Q2 2019 earnings report. Red Dead Redemption 2 has sold 17 million copies worldwide. GTA 5 has now sold up to 100 million copies in its lifespan. So that means that Red Dead Redemption 2 has so far sold 17 million copies worldwide, selling 8 million more copies in 8 days than Red Dead Redemption 1 sold in 8 years. So
that's crazy.
That's incredible. That's enormous. Do you think, James, that Red Dead Redemption or Red Dead as a franchise is now equal to GTA in terms of name recognition? When the game comes out, everyone's going to buy it. Do you think this is now it's solidified that with Red Dead Redemption 2?
Oh, I think it's getting there. I still think that with Red Dead, I think like if you said to my mum like, "Oh, what's Red Dead Redemption?" she'd be like, "I don't fucking know." But if you ask her what Grand Theft Auto was, obviously she's gonna know. I think that's probably the last step. I think within the gaming industry, I reckon Red Dead and GTA are probably level pegging in terms of what where it's held in terms of gamers. But for like
Epic gamers or just gamers?
Just gamers. But in terms of the general public, I think there's give them a few more releases maybe, and then maybe it'll be maybe even the next release. But yeah, I mean, I think they're getting there.
I mean, I don't think Red Dead Redemption 2 is gonna sell 100 million copies in the next 5 years.
Who knows? Maybe it will. Maybe
Who knows,
online,
right? Like,
that's the thing. Online is really what did it.
But this, plus also they ported it again to the next gen as well.
Oh,
and if they do that to Red Dead
well?
2, yeah, 100%. Of course they are.
Oh yeah, because it's not a remaster. It is just the same game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that if they do the same thing with Red Dead 2 in like 2 years when they release the next console, yeah, like then maybe if they're still covering online and they re-release it for next gen, so we'll see. I don't know.
Okay.
Do you think I reckon they could sell like 50 mil, which is enormous. It's fucking ridiculous.
I mean, 17 million copies so far.
So many copies.
And it's not even been out for a month. That's insane. If the
I think 8 days they sold 17 million copies.
The make or break is the online, I think. I think it could match GTA if the online or at least get very close to it. Yeah, the online has to be good. It has to, because I mean, thing is with GTA, I think they took a while to get going with the online.
Yeah, because the online now is unrecognizable compared to what it was day one. You know what I mean? Like, there's like real, like supposedly Red Dead 2. I might be wrong. Supposedly Red Dead 2 online's like got a full story to it.
I have no idea.
Like I've heard it's got a full campaign.
Potentially. I have no idea. I don't think we know.
Which I assume mostly is like certain areas of the map that aren't used as much in the campaign are going to be used for.
I hope so.
Like, that's where I think the campaign's mostly going to be set, if you ask me.
That'd be interesting.
I think it'd be all over. Yeah. Well, I mean, they've worked on this for 8.5 years, and I don't think it was all just as great as the main story is, obviously, and as like well developed it is. I really don't think it was all just on this. I really think they've done far more than just I think this online is going to be, because they realized they can't just release Red Dead Online in the state GTA Online was day one. They've got to make it like on what GTA Online became.
Yeah.
Which is so much fucking it's so ridiculous how much content. And it's all free. They never made you pay for a single update, and they've done at least 150 like updates.
Yeah, exactly. And like that's the thing. They've got to have consistent, frequent content coming in, like with it can't be like a Destiny situation. It's got to be like what they did with GTA Online. Like, there was always moment where, like, there's always stuff to do in GTA Online. Whether it's leveling up, whether it's just, like, little activities, whether it's, like, the big updates with, the stuff they added. You've got to do that with Red Dead as well. Just keep having these things coming in, keep it alive, keep it active, and make the content good as well. It's got to be good.
It'll just be great to make our own, like, characters, you know what I mean, in Red Dead, like really make like, because Red Dead Online for the first game was like you pick templates of characters and shit. You didn't have that much, whereas this is like it'll be like even more than GTA
in the first Red Dead you had just skins of characters, like you could get John Marston or you could get like Uncle or something when you got to high levels anyway. Low level was just like random gang member.
Yeah.
So
it'd be cool to go around and be your own like outlaw, and
that'll be great.
Obviously, you have the Four Pillars crew, in which you and Ethan has it on PS4. He doesn't have an Xbox, does he?
Yeah, PS4.
So George is busy in the park, so he's not going to play.
Still not playing.
So you and Ethan will lead the Four Pillars on PlayStation. So you got a crew. I will be on Xbox One for people. So again, add me, join the Four Pillars. The link's right in the description to join the Four Pillars crew, and we'll take over the world on Xbox. I'll be leading us with Amir doing the carrying of the work, but I'll be the leader by name. And then Amir can do lots of work, make us lots of money, and I will take all of the credit for it. Yeah. Amir, think of it this way. You're Arthur Morgan, I'm Dutch. So you listen to me, you do what I say, and you do all the work, and I take all the credit. So that's how this is going to go down. I'm sure he's fine.
Camp listening to music, and that's it.
Yeah, 100%. I'll be more worried about how my hair of my character looks than like anything else. And be like, oh, do I look good? And that'll be it. And then I'll just, spend all the money that Amir brings in and he'll thank me, obviously, for just letting him, be a part of it. So, yeah. So Ben says, I reckon I'll be leading the 4 pillars on PS4. To be honest,
no, you might think you are, but really, I'm the one in control. I'm the puppet master.
Yeah. Well, it's obviously you and Ethan. I didn't know you were a pillar, Ben. I don't know you're one of the 4 pillars. This is a dictatorship. This isn't a democracy.
Yeah, I'm not having this.
You're in a cult, and you don't have a choice.
Just so you're aware. Way.
Oh no! Don't say that. Did you just say cult of Cosmos?
Yeah.
Fuck off, God. Fuck you. So, what do we know about GTA Online? Like, what's the go? Do you want to look that up? Yeah, look it up. What do we know?
You mean
surely there's articles of like what? Yes, yeah, that's what. Obviously, that's what.
Okay.
I mean.
What do we know?
Everyone knows what I'm talking about.
Not a lot, but what we do know is, the achievements are there on PlayStation or Xbox trophies on PlayStation, obviously, for the online mode, which we could go through. But also, Rockstar, I believe, have said they want it to be an incredibly immersive online experience. I think those were their words in their recent interview with IGN. So it looks like they're not simplifying what the game is for online. It looks like they're trying to perfectly translate over what Red Dead Redemption 2 is to an online environment, rather than being like, oh, let's just do a copy of GTA but in the Wild West. So it looks like they're trying to make it its own thing, which is great. I'm going to try and get the trophies up so we can have a little look at them. But yeah, there's not a lot that we know.
Well, like I've heard a couple of things, like obviously you can buy property. Crew's a big part of it. I assume you'll be able to like have gang hideouts and shit like that.
Well, there's a camp you have anyways, and I believe there's enemy gangs, obviously, which would be other players. But okay, here's the achievements. Let me get these up, and then we'll have a look, because this is official shit. So here we go. So so the first achievement is called Breakout, which is complete the intro of Red Dead Online, which we can assume is breaking out of prison. Probably the prison that's in the game. That's a whole area that you don't actually explore in the single player. That's great. The next achievement is Series Major, which is to take part in a series in Red Dead Online. Now, I don't know what that means necessarily, but potentially could be a series of games, like whether it be like deathmatch, then a race or whatever, and then like if you come out as the winner, you get like an XP bonus or something. I don't know.
Or there's like story mission like arcs, like
potentially, yeah.
Yeah, are they called series? Like, so there's like storylines in different areas, like mini campaigns or whatever.
Yeah, that might make sense. Actually. Yeah. Next one is Gun for Hire, which is accept 10 free roam missions from characters around the world in Red Dead Online. Is that, maybe they're like the random encounters you get, where you can accept to help someone, potentially? Or maybe they're not. Maybe they're more like contracts that you get in like an Assassin's Creed game, where you just talk to an NPC and they're like, oh, could you do this for me? And then you can accept it, whether it's like go and collect flowers, or go and collect a pelt, or go and kill this guy, or maybe like a bounty mission or something like that.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Something like that. There's another one which is complete 5 free roam events. I don't know what that means. An event would mean, I guess, an area of the map becomes an event, and so you would go there. Maybe whilst you're in the open world, you can, if you want to, you could play like a team deathmatch or a race or something with your friends. But maybe there's sometimes when you're in the open world, it will just be like, oh, there's an event here, like there's a team deathmatch here, go there to participate, and it'll be double XP or something if you take part in it. Because there's got to be incentive to do these events. But I don't know. Could be wrong there. What else we got? There's just ones like win 5 gold belts. This one is own 5 horses. So, buying horses is a thing, which, you can assume is a thing.
Yeah, of course.
Reach rank 10, reach rank 50.
I assume it's just like endless rankings, like GTA Online, probably.
Yeah,
which I hate. So. I fucking hate that system.
Maybe it's not.
Have a max. Why fucking not have a max? It doesn't make sense to me.
Maybe rank 50 is the max for now. Unless there was an achievement for rank 50 in GTA, in which case, who knows. What else?
Yeah,
What else? Successfully counter a rival's posse in free roam mission. That sounds really broken English, so I don't know if that's actually right, whether they've translated these or something. Successfully counter a rival's posse in free roam mission. As if there's only one. I don't know what that is. That I can't even. I don't know.
Yeah.
Purchase 5 camp improvements.
Okay, so there is a camp like for your crew.
Yeah, it seems so.
Okay.
You've got craft 25 pieces of ammunition. Form a persistent posse. So I assume that would mean. So I guess I don't know. So I guess the posses in game don't necessarily line up with the crew you have on Social Club. I guess I don't know. But there's craft 20 items, sell 20 items to the butcher, pick 25 herbs, and then complete a free roam mission as part of a posse with at least 2 members. And that's all of the achievements that came with Red Dead Redemption 2. So that's all we know, at least from the
That's
game.
all we know. Yeah. Okay. Well, I've just been having a look. To see if there's like any articles of just like what do we know, like when's it coming out. Obviously it says the end of November, but I find that hard to believe.
Yeah, I
just find it hard to believe.
I feel like they'll probably drop a trailer in the next week or so, and then it'll come out, because obviously they're really, because what they're doing with this as well is they're not just calling it Red Dead Online, like this is the beta period as well, so I assume the full sort of thing will come. I don't know why they're calling it a beta. I guess they want to avoid what happened with GTA, so they don't want to have like a lot of problems and then have people go, what the fuck, why is it like this? So they're calling the first little while of it the beta. But I don't know, like, I mean, if they were gonna delay it, I feel like they would have said by now, because it's getting close to when it's meant to be coming out.
Yeah, they even said they expect some issues. Like one of the quotes is, "As most online experiences of this size and scale, there will inevitably be some turbulence at launch. We look forward to working with our amazing and dedicated community to share ideas, help us fix teething problems, and work with us to develop Red Dead Online into something really fun and innovative." So best elements and best content packs from Grand Theft Auto Online as like a template. Heists were used as an example in terms of content, how they combine narrative, gameplay, and modes and other content into a cohesive thematic whole. So expect something like it in months after launch. Unlike the original Red Dead Redemption multiplayer updates that fractured the audience, Red Dead Online will keep every player intact with every update, a key learning from GTA Online. So like everyone gets the updates, like for free. So that everyone's together, like someone's, oh, you haven't bought that update, then we can't play together, sort of shit. So who knows? I'm not really sure.
Amir sent something in the Red Dead 2 discussion, which is a post that's compiled everything. Now, I don't know where they've got this information from, so I can't say if this is true or not, but there's about 8 points, I think, or maybe there's a bit more. And this guy says, so you'll create your own character. At the start of Red Dead Online, you'll break out of jail. Red Dead Online will have main and side missions. If a player keeps killing you, you can tell the law. In Red Dead Online, there's 50 player levels. Killing another player will get you a bounty. Red Dead Online will mainly be roleplay oriented. You can own properties, multiple horses and wagons. You can create your own gang. Fishing and hunting is confirmed to be in Red Dead Online, and you can edit and improve your personal camp. And then Amir's also posted a picture of what looks like a property for sale in Red Dead, potentially, meaning that could be purchased in online. But who knows? Who knows where they're going to go with all that? But I mean, it all sounds great. So Sounds like it's going to be interesting, and it's going to be a fun time.
It does all sound great. That's true. Yeah.
And that's good. Like, the one, like, I've always said, the one problem I had with GTA Online was that everything was just so fucking ridiculous and retarded. Like, you'd go out into the world and there's someone on a flying motorcycle shooting rockets at you, and it's like, this isn't fun. What is this? This is just nonsense. But it seems like with this one, they're going for immersion and, you know, that sort of RPG sort of realism they've gone for in the main game, which is good. I want to play that online. That sounds really fun.
I mean, you're still going to get shot at by every person you run into, but yeah.
I mean, hopefully there's ways to, like, you know, hopefully
you can play private. I always just used to play private. I don't understand why, like, you had to complain about that. Well, just jumping friends in a private fucking game. Well, it's just GTA map.
You can do that.
And what? Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, I would like for the persistent online world that you can play, like, publicly to be, you know, playable in. I like, you know. But if it's not, then obviously, yeah, just go private.
Yeah, especially with, like, when you've got, like, a party going and a crew and whatnot.
Yeah.
I just don't want it to, Amir was just saying, I just don't want it to be a grind fest where everything costs $5,000 and every mission gets you like $10. Yeah, but there's always a way to kind of manage that stuff, because it probably will look like that when you start, but there's always a way to kind of like figure out the quickest way to do things. There's always like ways to like maximize money and stuff where it's not that big of a fucking
I don't think it's going to be hugely blown out of proportion either, because with Grand Theft Auto, it was like, you want to buy a penthouse, well then you need like, you know, $2 million, and it's like, that's sort of reasonable. That makes sense, I guess. But
there's ways, like, I remember, like, I never made that much. I made like $500,000, and I thought that was a shitload. But I was like, how the fuck does anyone make like millions and millions? But Harlan played a shitload of it, and he was making tens of millions of dollars. So there's like ways to do it. I just never got to that point. You just got to level up high enough to be able to do those missions.
Yeah, and like the thing with the online I never found GTA Online to be necessarily a grind. I always felt like I was working towards something that felt reasonable. It didn't feel like I had to grind ages to like buy a car or grind ages to buy like some guns or something. That was always fine. It was always like, I'm grinding to get this next big thing. So like if you have to play for a while in Red Dead Online, doing a bunch of things, getting your money together, you know, managing your money well, in order to like, you know, purchase a property or something, then that's fine. Because to me that feels like it's worthwhile, because you've finally done that, and then there you go, you're at the next stage where now you've got this property, now what can I do with it? You know, can I upgrade it? What does this allow me to do? And all that stuff. And at the same time, you're leveling up, allowing you to unlock new missions. So, I found GTA Online to be relatively balanced enough. I never really had huge complaints with it, but then I did stop playing it not long after it came out, to be honest, because, I mean, it was around when Heists came out, actually, is when I really stopped playing it, because I was like, I just can't be bothered. Like, they waited too long to put Heist in the game.
They did wait a fucking long time, because that was a big deal about GTA Online. You'll be able to do Heist with your friends, like, that's so cool. It took like 2 years before it came out.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it was like, you know, that's one thing they need to make sure they have in Red Dead Online. It's like, I want to be able to go rob banks. Like, why is that not a thing that we should just be able to do? Like, get
I don't think that'll be in the
like
beta, but I'm sure. Yeah, I don't think that'll be.
That's why they're calling it a beta as well, because big features like that, they're obviously going to want to wait. If they're not ready, or if, you know, whatever, they can call it a beta, and then they can sort of, people aren't going to get too mad at them for it.
Yeah, too mad. People will still find a way to get mad.
But yeah,
100%. 100%.
But I mean, yeah, I think that's all we know so far from Red Dead Online, and I mean, it's meant to be coming out this month, and they haven't said, they've even confirmed this month when they spoke to IGN this month. So, I mean, if they were gonna delay it, you think they would have not doubled down on when it's coming out.
I mean, if they keep double downing on it, I believe they're doing it.
Yeah. So we just have to wait and see what happens. See if we get a trailer sometime soon. But yeah, I mean, it sounds great. I'm hopeful for it, and I hope, you know, it's better than GTA Online, which I didn't really like all that much towards the end, anyways. But it looks like they're focusing on things that I appreciate in Red Dead Online, so that's great. But yeah, I think that's that.
Amazing. There was one more Red Dead topic I want to talk to you about, which was a gentleman, I don't know his YouTube channel, you're more aware of this, she even did a video on Lasers Extra about a channel that was taken down for a video killing a character in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Mm-hmm.
So do you know more about this than I do? Why don't you explain to me and the audience what the hell happened?
So it was this YouTube channel by the name of Shirrako, I think is how you pronounce it. And essentially, just to give some context to who he is, he posts gameplay videos. He's sort of a channel a bit like Center Strain a little bit, where he just, every new game, he just plays through it. I don't think he does commentaries, though. He just sort of, every new game that comes out, he's always posting gameplay, posting clips, blah, blah, blah. And with Red Dead, and I don't think it's any exception, I think he does this with all games, which meant a lot of people didn't like him and didn't really care about his situation, is he spoiled Red Dead for a lot of people with thumbnails and titles and videos, like end game cutscenes and stuff, which, you know, I agree, a bit of a cunt for doing that. You know, but he posted a video called Killing Annoying Feminist in Red Dead Redemption 2, where there's that woman in Saint-Denis who's shouting about wanting to vote. And he, like, just goes up to her and he just knocks her out. And, I mean, you can assume she's dead. And then he also did more videos. So, he did another one where he, hogtied her and then rode her out into, the sort of outside area of the city and fed her to alligators. And that was the thing that he did. And then his YouTube channel got taken down after that. And obviously a lot of people were like, oh, I don't give a shit. He spoiled the game for me. Fuck him. Which I can understand. But at the same time, I think I didn't think it was right that YouTube banned his channel for that reason. I think it was ridiculous. Just the fact that, you know, there's a lot of angles you can come at it from. But at the end of the day, it's a video game, and you're killing a character, the character's annoying on purpose. Rockstar do it. Every company has those characters in the game that are annoying, and you get those compilations where people will kill them in really creative ways. The only reason there's been a fuss kicked up about this one specifically is because she's a feminist, and so people are calling it, a call to violence against their political, ideologies or whatever. I don't know.
No one got mad if you videos of people killing Ku Klux Klan members in Red Dead Redemption 2, you know what I mean?
No, they didn't.
It's like, yeah, but they're Ku Klux Klan members. I'm like, yeah, but they're just as evil as feminists, so I don't see oh, Tyler, you're so funny. No, but seriously, it's just a fucked up extreme political idea. And they're supposed to be there for you to do what you want with, and you fucking, who hasn't gone and killed the whole Ku Klux Klan members in Red Dead? You show up there and you just fucking massacre them. It's fucking fun. When I saw the feminists, I punched her in a dumb fucking face because it's a video game.
Yeah,
it's a video game.
It's a video game. You're just having fun. The thing is, I said in my video, was in Red Dead 1, everyone did the thing where you'd hogtie someone, put them on a train track, and let the train run over them. That's a thing everyone did. There were so many videos of that on YouTube when Red Dead 1 came out. I remember watching loads where people would do compilations of it because it was just a fun thing you could do in the game. It's a sandbox. You try and be creative with the tools you're given. You're indulging in this fantasy of what the world is. And one thing I said is, you can't, because we all know that video games don't cause real life violence. And I mean, that's a huge thing that's normally a thing that's attributed to the right, right-wing people.
I was literally just going to talk about, conservatives are the ones that are fucking dumbasses about video games cause violence, and now all of a sudden, now it's convenient, fucking swap sides.
Exactly. That's exactly what I said in my video, was because Donald Trump a few months ago, when there was a bunch of shootings in the media, he was saying that the issue is video games, and the left was fucking losing their shit. Rightly so. No, you're an idiot. Video games don't cause real life violence. There's this study. But now someone's killing a feminist in Red Dead Redemption 2. All of a sudden, it's a call to violence. This is terribly wrong. He's a future school shooter and all this nonsense. It's ridiculous.
He's a future school shooter.
Oh god, it's ridiculous shit. But I don't know what's going on anymore. It's absolutely ridiculous. But YouTube gave him his channel back, so that's great.
Did they? I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, they did. Maybe you can stop spoiling games for people. That'd be great. But, Other than that. And Ben said after he came back, after he got his channel back, his first video was deporting a Mexican in Red Dead Redemption 2, where he finds one in New Austin and hog ties it and then swims on his horse with it on his horse over to Mexico and drops him off.
I mean, to be fair,
he's just trying to piss people off at this point.
Yeah, if that's the angle you're going for, I mean, I respect that he's just fucking steering into it. If you want to be hated, I mean, fucking why not? Some people like to be hated, and you know what? I believe there's people out there that you need to. Some people need to be hated. You need to hate someone, and if someone wants to fill that role voluntarily, no problem with it. Respect. Yeah, I respect it.
I think I've noticed with the way he titles videos, I feel like he's trying to piss people off. Because he says things that are politically incorrect, I guess, but technically there's nothing wrong with. But he knows people get mad. Like there was one where it was like, dueling with a black cowboy. Like, it's not relevant that the guy's black, but he knows people are gonna get really pissed off at that. It also doesn't matter that the guy's black. Like he is black, yeah, sure, but. Like, you know, he knows people are going to get pissed off. So I kind of respect him for that, to be honest. He's just sort of really trying to wind everyone up.
I mean, I don't like him. I don't even know who he is. I'm just saying, like, I kind of just like, I can have a laugh at that. I'm not going to get mad at him. Like, that's funny. He's just like, literally steering into the fact that you hate him and he wants you to hate him. That's what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
I respect a bad guy that knows he's a bad guy. I got no problem with it.
Yeah.
It's only weird when the guy's obviously a dick and they have no idea they're an asshole. They're like, why do people hate me? I don't get it.
Yeah.
That's a weird one.
And it's like, yeah, like I said in my video, I think he's a dick for spoiling the game, and I didn't even really feel sorry for him that his channel was deleted because, you know, but I also couldn't just look away and be like, oh no, that's fine, because I can't just accept YouTube's inconsistencies when, you know, when it's targeted at someone I don't like. So, you know, I think that they were wrong to do what they did, and I'm glad they reinstated his channel. But
yeah, I agree.
So there you go. That's that happened. Fucking hell.
That did happen. There's speaking of mad, there's a group of people that get mad at a lot of shit too, and that's video game people, gamers. They're a mad lot. Gamers are a mad lot. Like when they don't like something, they're fucking mad. Mm-hmm. And these days with the way things go and how divisive communities are between developers, and when developers are out of touch, which is a lot these days, because there's ways to make money for the common fan, because the hardcore fan isn't the audience most game companies care about. Mm-hmm. They care about the people that don't buy their games. Because again, I've worked for big companies before, I do now. A big company looks at the people. They don't just look. So I'll give you an example. Let's just put customers, for example, as red, green, yellow. Green being people that are going to buy their shit. No matter what, they're the customers that have already got them. For example, let's use Red Dead Redemption 2. We were always going to buy the game, right? Mm-hmm. Their marketing team looks at the yellow and red people. Yellow meaning they're on the fence, they could get them, right? The red being they're people that don't want the game. Their focus should be to turn as much those yellows right into the greens. People on the fence, they need to convince them. And then but how can we get the people in the red? What are they looking for? How can we get as many of them as possible? We can't get them all, but how can we get as many of them as possible? Most game companies, that's their focus. Where's the dollar signs? Where's the most amount of people we can get? Blizzard is a company that thought the same thing. And they thought, you know what everybody has? Mobile phones. Do you know where we should make our next Diablo game? On mobile. Not on PC, where every Diablo game is. And it's not, and for example, it's not like they did a Bethesda where they're like, so guys, we're making this Elder Scrolls game on mobile, but don't worry, our team's actually working on Elder Scrolls 6, but there's like the side team making this mobile game. You're like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, whatever. I'm not going to get it, but I'll just wait for Elder Scrolls 6. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Blizzard are like, no, all our Diablo developers are making this mobile game for Diablo. Here's the new Diablo game, guys. You excited? And people were furious. There's even a video of the guy, like a guy comes up and goes, he's like, well, let's take questions. One guy shows up and he goes, is this an out of season bad April Fool's joke? It's just so awkward. So awkward. Now, there's two sides to this, right? Like, I feel bad for these developers, right? Because for the most part, most of the developers don't have a say in what they're making. They work for Blizzard. They work in the Diablo team. The heads decide what they're doing. Everyone follows the lead and has to make it. So I feel sorry for most of them that they're working hard day in and day out to make the best game they can with what they've got. But at the same time, there's people that have made that decision that are so fucking out of touch with their audience that they made this massive fuck up, because it is a massive fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
But is the best way to handle it just torture these developers, destroy them with memes and jokes and hounding them online? Like, what's the solution here, James? Is this an issue? What's going on?
I just think it's funny because it's funny mostly because they fucked it up themselves, because no one would be mad at a mobile Diablo if that was just a thing they decided to announce. But they hyped the shit out of this, that they were doing a big announcement. And when they announced it as a mobile game, everyone was pissed off because they've been waiting for a new Diablo, and then they announced this fucking mobile game. No one, like, imagine that. Like, you've got to think, wow, the developers of this game I love are so fucking out of touch with us. Like, they don't fucking get it. Maybe they do get it, and maybe it's Blizzard's fault. But I don't know. Like, I just don't know. I just think the reaction's funny. I think that it's funny seeing them get shit. Like, I don't know.
There's a quote response one of the guys said, and someone just posted in the chat, and it's true. Like, one of the developers goes, "Do you guys not have phones?" And I just think, my answer is that, like, bro, let me answer this to you. We all have phones. We don't play games on phones. Well, from our research, the most places people play games by a mile is phones, which is 100% true.
Yeah, it is.
By 1,000 times more people play games on phones than they do on consoles, PCs, anything. 1,000 times more. Do you want to know who doesn't play out of those, like, 1 billion people that play games on phones compared to, let's say, the 10 million hardcore gamers out there? Do you know how many of those hardcore gamers are a part of those billion people on the phones? 2. 2. Maybe, okay, I'll give you 7. There are 7 people. Do you know who isn't a part of that target audience of 1 billion people you're trying to get? The people that play Diablo. None of them play mobile. Do you know who's playing them? It's fucking mums at fucking daycare centers. It's fucking children on their parents' phones that are 5 that are playing fucking Angry Birds. They're not playing Diablo, you utter morons.
Yeah, that's true.
My answer is, people don't play games on phones.
No.
And when you respond with, way more people play games on phones than anywhere else, yes. But people that play games don't play games on phones.
No.
People that don't play games anywhere else play games on phones. They are not the same audience. They are complete opposites. They don't intersect. They don't interact. They do not cross over. And that is the biggest thing people don't fucking understand.
Yeah.
It actually destroys me. The game developers think there's a crossover. There's 7 people that cross over. 7 people, I'll give you, tops. The crossover that play real video games on PC or consoles, and also literally will spend time on mobile playing games. I'm a fucking hardcore gamer, have been my whole life. James, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How many games do I have on my phone? How many apps that are games do I have on my phone?
I don't know. None.
Take a guess.
None.
Correct. I don't have fucking any. Because I don't play games on my phone. No one that plays games actually plays games on their phones. People that play games on their phones don't play actual games.
Yeah, and the thing with...
They are 5-year-old children playing Smurfs.
Yeah.
That's who plays fucking games on the phone. Maybe Fortnite players, but your Diablo audience do not play mobile games. The online community that keep Diablo running are people like YouTubers and streamers. How are they supposed to play this game? How is a person that has a job as a streamer full-time and their job is to stream Diablo 3, that's what they do every day. They stream Diablo 3. How the fuck are they supposed to live? They can't stream this game.
Yeah, that'd be
You are
tricky.
taking away. Not only are you forcing people to play on mobile that no one wants to, you're also removing any online community element to the game. There's zero. There's no sharing of content. There's no streamers. There's no YouTubers. All gone. All gone. You're literally taking away an online community that is what make up hardcore gamers. It's people that share audiences. It's communities, streamers, YouTubers, content creators. Gone. Don't exist in this mobile world. Doesn't work. Doesn't work the same way, James. You can't do it.
And it's not like it's a side game either. It's because they were basically like, yeah, we don't know about Diablo 4. Like, what are you asking us about that for? Like, this is a new game. Like, it's not like they, because like you said with the Elder Scrolls, it's not like they've gone, oh yeah, we're making Elder Scrolls 6 as well, but also there's this other thing. It's like this is a game they're making, just for some reason it's not on PC. They've spent time making this, and then, like Amir said, to try and stop the hate, they decided to say, oh, don't worry, guys, we've got our best team working on this. As if people would be happy about that. They now realise, oh, okay, so there is no other Diablo game. No one's working on it. Yeah. You've got the best team, and they're working on this. Okay. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. They don't get it. That's the point. The answers prove they don't get it. They're out of touch.
They don't.
Another game developer completely out of touch with their audience.
Yeah.
Is Rockstar the only one? Is Rockstar honestly the only company that understands what their audience wants?
Oh, Square Enix.
Because no one fucking seems to get it. No one seems to get it anymore, James. I don't understand what's happening.
No, I don't know.
Because the people that seem to be making games these days are fucking idiots.
It's true.
And with all due respect, idiots.
Yeah.
Idiots.
Yeah. They don't seem to know what they're doing.
Don't know their audience. They know how to make games. And when I say that, I mean like they can code, they can animate, they can design, they can write. But they don't understand marketing. They don't understand the video game landscape. They don't understand an audience. They don't know how to communicate. They're nerds in the basement that know how to make something but don't know how to deliver it. When did delivery become such a sub part of making games? Delivery is the most important part. It doesn't matter if you make the greatest game of all time. If you can't deliver it to your audience in a successful way, then you have failed. What happened, James? Where delivery doesn't matter to companies anymore. They don't understand it anymore. They don't understand delivery. It doesn't make sense to me.
It's like a misunderstanding of the audience that they have. Like, you look at something like Ubisoft as a company, and then you look at Rockstar, and it's like Rockstar completely understand the people that played Red Dead Redemption,
100%.
And they were like, right, let's make a Red Dead Redemption game. Like, they know what they're doing. They know who played it. That's who they're making it for, and they fucking nailed it. They don't care about people that don't want to play a Red Dead Redemption game. They don't go, oh,
because they know their friends are going to tell. Yeah, like, they know. They're the people, the millions of people that love Red Dead 1 so much are going to tell their friends how good it was. This new game's the best game ever. Oh, it's the GTA developers. They know they're going to buy it.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, like, there's been a lot of criticism I've seen for Red Dead Redemption, despite the fact that it's still got like a 96 score. But there's been a lot of criticism that I've seen where people are saying it's boring, it's slow paced. Rockstar don't fucking care. That's the game they're trying to make. They want to make
it wasn't made for you.
If you like, you know. They don't want like continuous action and just blowing things up and shooting people.
Yeah,
they're trying to
100%.
make this slower paced game. They want those little moments where you are just walking around a ranch, just doing the most, in real life would be the most boring tasks. But, they're doing that because that's what they want to do. They're not trying to keep, if you're not interested in that, they're not trying to keep you. Like, you don't have to play the game.
They don't care. Yeah, it wasn't made for you.
That's the issue with Ubisoft, is they're trying to keep everyone so interested, but by doing that,
they're not keeping anyone interested.
Yeah. Just by doing that, everything they've tried to do is so mediocre.
But it's all. But like I say this in my Red Dead review. I say, I get when someone says to me, "Oh, I bought Red Dead." Like I've had casual fans or casual gamers that only buy like one game a year. Like one of my friends, like all he plays is Rocket League. He doesn't play anything else. And he's like, "Oh, it's this GTA developers, Red Dead, dude. Fuck yeah, I'll definitely get Red Dead too." He goes, "I played an hour. I'm playing Rocket League again. It was slow, man. I just couldn't get into it." I'm like, I get it. That's fine. I get it. But it wasn't made for you.
Yeah.
Like games today are made to be so just instant gratification, instant reward, or they make microtransactions. So if you can't handle an hour of playing without getting something given to you, you can just fast forward and fucking buy it. But Rockstar are like, no, we're making this game that we want to make, and they know their audience, and that's it. And if you have a problem with it, they're like, okay, we don't give a fuck. You already bought the game. That's all we needed from you. They're like, if you don't like, that's cool, man. This wasn't made. We didn't make this game for you.
Yeah.
They knew who they made this game for, and that's who they made the game for. They took risks while never like derailing from what Red Dead is. They knew the audience. They knew their franchise. They made that, and they made what they wanted to make. They weren't scared. Granted, Rockstar are lucky because they're Rockstar and everyone buys Rockstar games, so they don't have as much of a risk where they need audiences to buy it. They need to sell it properly. So there has to be the caveat, right? Like with the fact that, well, it's Rockstar. They're lucky. They're not like every developer that they can just – not every developer can take risks. They can't afford to take risks as much as Rockstar can because it's like, well, it's going to work because we're Rockstar and people are going to buy it to spite itself. You know what I mean? They're going to make money to spite themselves. Whereas Ubisoft are too terrified to take a risk because they're afraid stock prices will drop and investors will get mad or something will happen. And they're just going to play the safest route humanly possible and just whatever sells the most copies. They don't give a fuck about satisfaction. They just are like, as long as we've got, they would rather 20 million people buy their game and think it's average, but they might buy the next game than 1 million people buy the game and they all think it's the greatest game of all time. They don't give a fuck about 1 million people loving the game. They give a fuck about 20 million people thinking, yeah, this was fine.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I
mean,
that's all they need.
It.
They just need to
sell. I don't like it.
I don't like it either. I don't like it either.
Too many companies are like that these days. You've got a handful of companies that, you know, are like Rockstar in that sense. You've got CD Projekt Red, who are not trying to appeal to bigger audiences. You know, they've always said, like, you know, we're not doing microtransactions, we're not trying to do all this online bullshit, like, we're trying to make these games that we know that our audience loves, and they keep saying that over and over again. And I love them for that. Bethesda used to be one of them, but I don't fucking know anymore. I mean, we can get into that in a minute, but Naughty Dog is another one. You know, they do it with like, you know, a lot of people criticized Uncharted 4 as well for being slow paced at points. Like, oh, there's whole sections where like nothing happens, and it's like, no, but you just I don't understand how you cannot get that. Like, the point is when, like, you know, when you get to Libertalia, there's that whole like hour-long section where you're just exploring, and that's important, I think. But, you know, a lot of people are like, no, I don't like that, I want to be shooting things. So I don't know, but you know, yeah, that handful of developers that are making those games, they know their audience well. It's getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and it seems, I don't know what the future of Bethesda is going to be like, with regards to.
The Elder Scrolls 6 is the make or break. It's either they can get they could only, if they get Elder Scrolls 6 nail it and it's just as good as Skyrim but 10 years later, right? Like it's just the next thing. Then it's like, oh, who cares? Bethesda can make every shit game they want as long as every 10 years they make the greatest game of all time. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't matter to me.
If they know what they're doing
with Elder Scrolls 6 isn't as good, like, isn't up to par, even if it's just like, oh, it's good, but if it's not up to par, then they're done. Yeah. To me. Yeah. Like, they're in a real fucking trouble. Because they're not very good at delivering games. They're not very good at, they kind of have a formula, and they have a bunch of side studios that they own and are partnered with that have a formula, and they kind of just stick to it. This sort of first-person kind of retro steampunk style that they'll make some random shooter with a random story. You know what I mean? Like, it's just there's nothing very like stand-outish or innovative about what they do anymore.
Yeah, see, like Bethesda Softworks, I've never really cared about the games they publish. To be honest, like, you know, you got Dishonored, you got Rage, you got fucking, I don't know, whatever else, Doom, I don't know. But Bethesda Game Studios, the only games they've ever made have been Fallout and Elder Scrolls.
And they're making, what's the star?
Yeah, it's their first new IP in 25 years, which is insane. And I'm hoping that gives them a sense of, like, you know, this new sort of, I want them to have that sort of passion that you could see was in things like Morrowind and Oblivion and Fallout 3. Like, you know, where they were making these games out of a passion. Hopefully Starfield is the same way, and you get to see that sort of Bethesda spark that they had in their old games. So to me, it's sort of like when Starfield comes out, which will obviously be before Elder Scrolls 6, if that's not good, then I'm going to be worried about Elder Scrolls, because it's Bethesda's own studio. Like, I mean, even looking at, like, Fallout 4 I don't think they understood their Fallout audience, and they've proven that with Fallout 76. And I'm just worried, like...
But Fallout 76 is interesting, because it's such an interesting case, because you got to ask yourself, man, why did they make Fallout 76? Because it wasn't to be like, oh, we need to make an online game. That's part of it, but it was based on a mobile game. They made the Fallout... What was the mobile game they put out with Fallout 4?
Fallout Shelter, you mean?
Fallout Shelter. This game is Fallout Shelter. This is Fallout Shelter.
I mean,
for console. Yeah.
I mean,
that's what it is.
It's not really the same though, at all.
And what do you mean it's not the same?
It's not. Well,
really you build a shelter. Yeah, you've got a shelter that you construct and build.
Because Fallout Shelter was you build a vault and then you manage the vault and you have to
Yeah, but that's in this as well, man.
No, you don't. In Fallout 76, you wake up in the vault and then you leave, and then it's sort of like your goal is rebuilding the world. Is like it's the story of the first people that ever left the vault after the bombs dropped, and you have to. I mean, the story is they sort of rebuilt. They tried to rebuild, but what happens is it's just sort of like PvP, and then like doing shit and then nuking your mates. I'm not. Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. There's no NPCs. You've just got... Like, I watched this review, right? And this guy says, because we know there's no NPCs, there's no tension in any of the missions. So you'll receive a thing that will say, go to this location, speak to Phil or something, right? And he knows Phil's not going to be there because he's dead. Like, he can't be there. And it happens... Every mission is the same thing. You go there, the character's dead, you listen to a holotape, you go and kill a bunch of ghouls. Like, that's the missions... and they've also tried to balance between being PvP and then PvE. So there's certain people that are not going to want to participate in PvP, and they're going to be continually annoyed by people trying to kill them. But the opposite is people that want to do PvP can't, because they've got like this protective barrier thing. Like, I'm not sure what's going on there, right? But he went up to this guy and he was shooting him for like 5 minutes, and he was just slowly chipping away at the guy's health. And it's like, what are they trying to do? Like, what is this game supposed to be? And on top of that, the optimization was really poor. It was super laggy. The textures looked really bad. Like, it was a mess. Like, it was like a Bethesda broken, unfinished game, but like times 10. Like, it just looks horrific. Like, everything that I've seen on it. Like, I was never my type of game.
What do you think's happened here? Like, what do you think's happened with this? What do you think Bethesda had gone through their mind with this game?
I don't know. Because I want to say that it's something they've wanted to do for a while and they've just executed it horrifically. But then I don't know. Because I think it's a combination of multiple things. I don't think it's pure greed, but I do think it was influenced by market trends in a lot of people love these sort of big, open, multiplayer battle royale games. And it's not a battle royale game, but like it's a twist on that, where everyone's in the same world and you kill each other, I guess. I'm not sure, but...
there's no end game.
No, there's not. And there's not a story either. I'm not really sure what the point of it is. And most people that have played it have been really disappointed with it. There's been a huge amount of shit for it online, in at least the YouTube community. And before the beta came out, I think was it before or after, I don't remember, Bethesda came out with a statement basically saying that the game's not finished, but they're still releasing it, and the fan base and the players will basically help them finish the game. Is what they were saying. Like they dressed up.
Is there a place I can find the quote?
It's on
the statement.
It's on their Twitter, I believe. The Bethesda.
Do you want to get
Twitter.
it up?
Yeah, let me find it.
We're not finished. Is it like a beta? Like what is?
No, because the beta's happened. It's basically them saying the game is a work in progress. Like, Bethesda Game Studios. Should be able to find it. Let me just scroll down a little bit.
See, I just thought this was like their twist on a console version of Fallout Shelter. Like, it's not like this isn't the Elder Scrolls team. This is the Fallout team, right? Well, they're the same. They cross over, don't they?
It's the Bethesda Game Studios team. Like
they've obviously divided up to make, because they're making fucking Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6 at the same time. Well, there's obviously people divided up.
The main team's working on Starfield. There's a small team that is sort of working on Elder Scrolls, but the main team's working on Starfield. Once they finish Starfield, everyone can go over to Elder Scrolls.
Which annoys me. Fuck new IPs.
Yeah, right. I've got this here. I will whack it up on.
Why don't you read it up for us?
Yeah, well, give me 2 seconds to get this up, and then click just to go to KCC React. Hold up. Okay, I don't know whether I can fit this on screen. Okay, I can. We're all good. Okay, so it says. As a development studio, we've taken a lot of journeys. We've tried not to repeat ourselves, yet all of our games have a similar DNA. In 2015, we decided to try something very new and very scary for us. Take one of our worlds and make it online only. Once the idea of Fallout Online survival games stuck, there was no turning back, but still had some worry and still some worry and questions. What? Will people want this from Fallout? Will they want it from us? How the hell are we going to make this, and what exactly is this? Since that time, we've grown to 4 studios across North America and built a game world 4 times the size of our last. We developed all new technologies and services while blending older technology to do things we didn't think it could. We pushed ourselves in new ways that surprised even us. Our worlds, whether it be Fallout, Elder Scrolls, or the coming Starfield, are important places to us. We do everything we can to treat them with care. We know what they mean. We know they mean just as much to you. That the time you spend in them is important, and you want each time you experience one to be special. Blah, blah, blah. And that with Fallout 76, you too are left wondering, what exactly is this? And the answer to that question, more than any game we've made, that is up to you. With our beta starting tomorrow, it's finally time for Fallout 76 to begin its real journey, because it's all of you who will truly bring the world to life. Usually, after years of development, we finally finish, release the game, and take a break. With 76, we feel we have not finished, but reached a starting line where all new work begins. We all know, with the scale of our games and the systems we let you use, the unforeseen bugs and issues will always come up. Given what we're doing with 76, we know we're opening everyone up to all spectacular issues none of us have encountered. Some we're aware of, such as areas where performance needs to improve with a lot of players. Others, we surely don't. We need your help finding them and advice on what's important to fix. We'll address all of it now and after launch. We can't thank all of you enough for your support over the years and your support while we try something very new. It's incredibly exciting to finally jump into the world of Fallout and experience it together with you. This is just the start. We can't wait to see you out there, Bethesda Game Studios. And to me, they've basically sort of dressed it up a little bit, but they're saying that they're getting close to launch. They've noticed there's a lot of bugs, so they're damage controlling. That's what that looks like to me. It's so when it launches and the game's broken to shit, they can go, we fucking told you. Like, that was our plan. We wanted to release a broken game so that you could help us finish it because we care about our community. But that sounds like bullshit to me. And a lot of people will obviously be like, oh, don't be so skeptical. But it's like,
when's this come out? Comes out this week, doesn't it?
Yeah,
this coming week?
I think so.
Holy fucking shit.
Yeah, it comes out in 3 days.
Holy shit, dude.
And the beta was, oh my god, it was so bad. I've watched so much footage of it. It's just horrendous.
Really?
Like
haven't watched a single thing.
So many, like the draw distance is terrible. Like the performance was so bad. Like even on these high powered PCs, people were struggling to get 30 frames per second. And it's just like it looked broken, but on top of that, it looked like even if the game worked properly, it would be incredibly boring and bland. Like they haven't put anything in the game. Like it looks like none of the systems work together. it's just really strange to see. It looks like it's, oh god. I mean, maybe when the full game releases, somehow it'll be all better, but I really doubt it, especially knowing Bethesda.
Fuck, man.
So, who knows, what this is going to do to them. But clearly they're worried if they're putting out statements like that. Who knows what they're going to do. And I cannot see this game being successful enough for them to continue supporting it, whilst they're also trying to work on Starfield and Elder Scrolls. Unless this game does well, I can't see them trying to support it after launch, because that's too much work for nothing. And they could have delayed the game. I don't know why they didn't delay the game if it's that broken and if they haven't figured it out. But maybe it's that lost. They've realized they fucked it so far into development that it's like, we've got to just finish it now, and it's too much work to start again. And they keep bringing up this game is 4 times bigger than Fallout 4, as if that is somehow a good thing.
Well, but also the fact that Fallout 4 was I stand by Fallout 4 as a great game. I thought it was a really fun story and stuff, but it's tiny. It's a very small game. The map's pretty small. Yeah, I thought, especially for current generation, when it was smaller than Skyrim, and it was released 5 years later on the next generation of consoles. Yeah, and exactly. It wasn't dense. There wasn't a lot there. You have the story mission, and that's kind of it, which is odd for those Bethesda RPGs. Because, you play Skyrim, you've got the main story, which is the shitters of all the 17 story arcs you've got, plus the 10 trillion side activities and the million locations to go to. And then they release all these awesome expansions. Fallout 4, you've got the main story, 3 side missions, and an empty world that's not that big. It was very odd. I thought the main story was good. I enjoyed it. I had fun playing it, and everything. But it's not Skyrim.
No.
And what are they doing with? So you can't do that with Elder Scrolls 6. You can't make Elder Scrolls 6 and you have this world that's not that big. You have a main story and then no side. Imagine that. Imagine that being Elder Scrolls 6. It'd be unacceptable. Far more unacceptable than it being Fallout, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's I feel like Fallout fans at this point, myself included, when Fallout 4 came out, it was yeah, I mean, it's not a bad game by any means. It's just, but when you compare it to what Bethesda does and what Fallout 3 and New Vegas was, it is a bad game, because I expected it to be so much more, especially with the years between Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. It's this should have been the next big game, but it wasn't. This should have been Fallout Skyrim, if that makes sense. But it wasn't.
Yeah.
And that does make me worry, especially what they're doing with Fallout 76. It's almost like they're just going more down and downhill. What's Starfield going to be? And then what is Elder Scrolls 6 going to be? It just needs to be of that high quality. It's got to be as deep as games like Morrowind and Oblivion, whilst also retaining the accessibility of Skyrim. But it can't just be, because you couldn't release a game like Skyrim in 2018, as good as it is, because it feels so old. It felt old when it came out. It's got to feel like a modern game. Elder Scrolls 6 it's got to be high in quality, high in depth, and it's got to have content. It can't be a Fallout 4. And 76, it definitely can't be, of course, but
yeah,
it's just, I don't know what Bethesda's doing. It is worrying, I don't know. And all of their third-party stuff that Bethesda Softworks publishes, they're all shit as well. No one plays those games. No one's playing
Doom has an audience, but that's about it.
Yeah, but even that, it's not that big of an audience.
No.
It's not it's not that big. But Dishonored, I guess, but a lot of people like that.
I don't get that. It's
Rage,
so fucking shit.
No one's gonna play Rage.
No. Imagine playing Rage 2. Imagine playing Rage 2. Holy shit.
Imagine buying it and sitting down and turning your console and playing Rage 2.
Oh.
Not even that. Imagine playing the whole main story of Rage 2 from start to finish.
My God.
Awful. But yeah, Wolfenstein, that's another one. They're just such, they're those games where you're they exist. Bethesda are becoming the new Ubisoft to me, in a way. If it wasn't for Elder Scrolls, like they've got these games, like, Ubisoft have got like, Ghost Recon and, I don't know, Rabbids and, Splinter Cell and all these games that are just so average these days. And Bethesda seems to be going the same way with all the games they publish. They're all just so average. They're not necessarily bad games. They're just so average. And Fallout, this looks like... Fallout 76 is like their Unity. Just an awful mess.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just, I don't know. Hopefully none of this translates over to Elder Scrolls 6. And I hope Starfield is good because, I hope it is. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. They've got a post-apocalyptic franchise, they've got a fantasy franchise, and then they've got a space franchise. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Why not?
I hope it's good. I hope you can see that, I hope it feels like a really good, high-quality Bethesda game. But who knows?
Dude, I'm not holding my breath.
Yeah, no.
I mean, Starfield, I expect like a decent game.
I mean,
I don't expect Skyrim. I just expect a decent game. Like Fallout 4, to me, is a decent game. There's no expectations of like a Fallout 3, right? So hopefully it'll be something decent. But obviously, there's very low expectations for Fallout 76 in 3 days. I think that's a wash. I think that's, as people are calling it, the No Man's Sky of 2018, just a pile of dicks, essentially. If not worse than No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
No Man's Sky worked. It just didn't. There was nothing in it. And it was pointless.
Whereas Fallout 76 looks pointless, boring, and also broken as hell. So I don't know. You're gonna get the typical like games journalists and people in the community or industry going like, "Oh, it's really great. Cut them some slack. It'll get good. Wait for them to update it." But it's like, no, they've already failed. If you release a broken game, you've already failed. I don't care, really, if you fix it. You've already fucked it up, and you don't deserve my money. But obviously, people will be really lenient, like they always are. But I don't know. I feel like people will shit on it for the first week, then it will be forgotten about, and then no one will play it. And then we'll see where they go after that. But
yeah, we will.
So that's it. That's Fallout 76.
Yes, we will. Kingdom Hearts 3, James, had 2 trailers in the last week. One was kind of a bit of a tangled trailer. There wasn't a lot to it. It was just kind of but today they released a 100 Acre Wood Winnie the Pooh trailer, but then ended with like some of the biggest shit in all of it. I sent you the link to the video just to get it up quick. Do you want to chuck it up on stream?
I will do that.
Let's break this bitch down. Not a shock that 100 Acre Wood's in it, and obviously it's not one of the main worlds. It'll just be one of the side worlds, as it always is in Kingdom Hearts. But it's cool to see that 100 Acre Wood once again is back.
Art style looks really nice as well. Like all the characters.
Yeah,
are cool.
this is first time watching in like 4K. The art style does look great. And that's why I love that even Sora, Donald, and Goofy always mix in with the art style and graphics of it.
Mm-hmm.
God, this game looks so fucking good.
It looks great. You got Haina trying to kick Ansem in the back of the head.
Yeah. I forget what's the fucking name of the old mates. What are these little bear things? What's this fucking world in the sky? What's going on here?
That little bear thing is called a Cherokee. They're from Kingdom Hearts Key. They were in like the...
Oh, yeah. I remember. Yeah.
In the old
key back cover thing.
Universe, whatever. Before the worlds all got split up. I can't remember exactly what they're... I'm sure they'll explain it in Kingdom Hearts 3. And I think it was explained in key back cover was what they do and their purpose. Yeah,
then they've got 100 Acre Wood mini games and...
Yeah.
This weird, world in the clouds. I don't really understand what that is.
Yeah, I don't know.
But then you've got the massive, battle with unversed nobodies and heartless.
Oh, it looks fucking awesome.
The Keyblade, thousands of Keyblades falling from the sky. The 13 Vessels of Darkness and Xehanort standing at the top in the Keyblade graveyard. The thing I don't understand about this is there's a scene with Terranort fighting Terra. It's like the end of Birth by Sleep.
Well, he's fighting the Lingering Will. Right? So, Terra's Lingering Will is still in the suit that Sora fights in Kingdom Hearts 2. in a bonus.
Sora fights.
It's a secret boss, but
I mean,
it's canon.
no, yeah,
They're
it's
all
canon.
canon.
Okay, yeah, I've never done that, but yeah. Okay, so
yeah.
what is that? Is that a flashback though to Birth by Sleep, or is that happening?
I don't think so. I think that's happening. I think probably the lingering, because the lingering will's still knocking about. Like,
yeah,
you know, it's Terra still trying to fight. So I'd say that, yeah, that's probably like what. I was gonna say whether that's like a representation, but I don't think it is, because it looks like it's in the Keyblade graveyard or wherever they are at the end of this trailer.
Nomura said that Keyblade Graveyard isn't the end world. I assume the end world is this world with the tower in it. Like the cover art for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh, do you think?
I assume, yeah, 100%.
Oh, maybe.
That's the last one. Yeah, I feel like that's 100% the last world. Keyblade Graveyard, if Keyblade Graveyard isn't the end part is this. But,
yeah.
Like, we know that this game's obviously combining every story of Kingdom Hearts into one to finish this tale off. And they all connect. So it makes sense that the Unversed, Heartless, and Nobodies are all there.
I saw
in this massive.
I don't know if you saw it, but I retweeted it. Was really cool. This like world in the clouds where you've got all these like white pillars is like this really similar to one of the cover art special edition things of Kingdom Hearts 2, where you've got the art where all the characters are standing on these pillars, these white pillars in the clouds, and I was like, that's cool.
I didn't feel like the connection was all there as much as like I saw a couple of tweets about it, and I was like, I don't know. I don't really buy that.
Similar. You even got Sora standing on top, cause there's loads of copies of Sora. There's even one like standing on top of one of them, which looks very similar to the cover, which is pretty cool. But yeah, there was a lot of stuff here. Like, I mean, there's always the argument that they're showing too much, which, upon like watching these trailers, I always feel I'm like, why'd they have to show this? But then, I mean, also I don't have to watch it. But also, it's Square. I feel like if they were showing too much, I don't feel like they're showing too much. I feel like they know what they're doing.
I do. I'm just over it. Like, because this is how I feel. I've waited 13 years for this game. Either release it or fuck off at this point for me. Like, either give it to me or I don't care anymore. So I'm just overseeing 17 trailers a week for this game where I've seen every world 20 times. There's nothing. I'm like, what's going to surprise me with this game?
But that's the
like
thing,
gameplay wise.
Like, I mean,
I'm sure story. There's going to be things obviously I haven't seen, but like in terms of gameplay and what I'm doing, like I'm not going to be surprised by combat systems. I'm not going to be surprised by abilities I've got. I'm not going to be surprised with the graphics of the world or even the storylines and what characters are in each world. Like I know each Xehanort clone or organization member or whoever. I know everyone that's in every world.
I feel there's got to be. They're not just spoiling the game though. There's got to be.
I'll be in Toy Story and be like, yeah, okay, well, when's young Xehanort showing up? And then I'll be at at Olympus and be like, when's what's Luxord? Is that fucking
Xigbar?
The what? Xigbar? Yeah, I fucking don't know, man. I can't remember who's who. Yeah, Xigbar's there. I'm like, oh, this one Xigbar's out. Yeah, I know that. Already knew that. Like, what's gonna surprise me? Well, I'll be in the last 2 hours of the game, and then all the surprises will come up. I'm like, oh, that's cool. But I've seen everything else.
Well, to me, until I've played the game, I'm just going to assume that Square has shown they've been selective with what they've shown, so that when you play the game, you don't know everything. I've got to assume that, because I think it would just be strange if they just decided to show the whole game in trailers. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
I feel like there's got to be a good amount of things that we haven't seen, like more things we haven't seen than we have seen. I feel like there's got to be. And plus, everything we see is always so out of context. Like, you don't really know,
But it's not even about the context to me.
Sure. Like, you don't want to see the things because you want to... Because that was one of the things... I mean, one of the things I didn't like about the marketing is that we pretty much know every single world in the game. Because that's one of the things... Playing Kingdom Hearts 1 is one of my favorite things playing it. Because I didn't know the world. So when I finished one, I was like, oh shit, what world are we going to next? And you get to see it, like, appear in the distance. You're like, oh, this is a sick world. Like, oh, this is Neverland. Or... it's Halloween Town. It's like, oh, I wonder what this looks like when you get into it. Like, that was fun playing Kingdom Hearts 1 for the first time. And I'm not really going to have that with Kingdom Hearts 3 because we know every world. So it's going to be like, oh, it's Pirates or it's Toy Story. I know that. Like, and I also know what it looks like because I've seen it. So yeah, I mean, I guess I could put that on them saying they shouldn't have shown it, but also I didn't have to watch it either. But I did because it's Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm like. That's what people say. Well, they're not making us watch it. Well, how the fuck am I supposed to know whether it's something I can watch or not watch? Why is it like, you know what I mean? Like, it's fucking Kingdom Hearts 3. What do you want me to do?
Yeah, maybe I'm thinking maybe you're just not watching any more trailers till the game comes out, to be honest, because Nomura's already said there's another one this month and then there's like another one next month or something.
The only one I want to see is the intro CGI scene. That's the only trailer I need now. And I assume that'll come out like 2 weeks before the game comes out.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the only one I want to see left. I don't care about any of the other trailers. I just want to see the intro because that's awesome. And I remember the 2.8 one was so good.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I will watch it. I don't know. Because, like, I always think, like, that's something that I would love to see in the game. Like, I always hated when because they started doing it with, that's a stupid analogy, but it's not even an analogy. They started doing it with Assassin's Creed because in Assassin's Creed, they always used to have that intro cutscene where they'd recap the previous story. And I was like that. And they released the Revelations one and the AC3 one before the game came out, and I always hated that because I always liked watching it when I booted up the game for the first time and I got to see it, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. If it was like a part of the experience, and I sort of felt that with like Kingdom Hearts, because every time I played one of the new games, because obviously I played them all after they were out, it was like, oh, I can't wait to see the intro cutscene to see how they recap the games because they're always so good, and I feel like watching it beforehand sort of spoils it a little bit for me, to be honest. But I won't be able to stop myself. I watched the 0.2 one, so I'll end up watching the KH3 one probably. Because I'm going to end up getting it spoiled for me anyway. If I don't watch it, I'll just end up seeing screenshots online and it'll spoil it, so I might as well watch it when it comes out. But yeah, I mean...
I agree.
Yeah, we're getting one more trailer this month and multiple before release. Yeah, I don't really want any more trailers, although I've been saying this for months now. Maybe I should just control myself and just not watch anymore. It's not long until the game's out. It's like,
But they're right there, is my thing. I'm like, it's right there. Like, they're on Twitter. You know what I mean? Like, I can just see them.
Yeah. Especially when I'm following all these people that like Kingdom Hearts and everyone's tweeting me screenshots from it and telling me about it, or like I'll see them pop up on my like homepage or whatever. And like even this new one, it's called Winnie the Pooh trailer. It's like, okay, thanks for spoiling it. Maybe I didn't want to know. But I guess, I don't know.
I don't know, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know. It was a good trailer, though. It was a good trailer, though. Like, I did like it.
Yeah, of course.
I was having a great time. But then...
It's not like they do bad trailers, but yeah, then I'm... At
the time it's fun, and it's like, oh, this is so fucking cool. And then afterwards, you're like, oh, I don't want to see that, actually. Maybe leave it until the game. Like... I don't know.
Yeah. That's how I feel. That's just how I feel. And you seem, because you were defending it for a while.
Well, yeah.
Like, you're like, those trailers are amazing. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, but also, nah. You know, like, but also, why I didn't really want to see that before the game came out.
I like to think that there's stuff that'll still surprise us. I like to think they're only showing us stuff that they think is, like, minimal. But it's difficult when every trailer shows us even more new stuff. And you're like, Jesus Christ, how much new stuff can there be that you haven't shown us it already? Like...
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, it's like around when E3 happened, I think that was enough. I think that was like, we haven't seen anything for ages. You gave us 3 trailers. It showed a lot of cool story stuff. That's great. Now please leave it. Like, you can show little like gameplay clips here and there. That's fine. Just get us hyped up for the game, but stop revealing cutscenes and story points. Like, we don't need any more, please.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. I don't need more. I've seen
I
enough.
don't need more either. I'm good.
You've done great. I'm excited. I'm going to buy the game. You've sold it to me. I'm good.
Well, they'd sold it to me before I'd seen a single piece of the game, to be honest.
Yeah, that is
Kingdom Hearts 3, but...
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, I agree. Yeah, it's Kingdom Hearts 3. Obviously, I was sold in when I was 11 years old when Kingdom Hearts 2 came out. I'm only 23 now, James. No big deal. It hasn't been that long.
Jesus Christ.
No big deal. My 11th birthday, James. 11th birthday. I got Kingdom Hearts 2.
That's crazy.
I will be turning 24 the year Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out. If you would have told me that when I was 11, I would have cried. I would have actually cried tears in just pure sadness.
Could you imagine knowing that?
Why that long? Why that long?
Oh,
I always say this to you. I'm like, I just remember people joking online, being like, yeah, when Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out in 2016, I'm like,
there is a big connection
issue
long,
but
right
no
now.
way it'll be that long.
I can't. You're like
Really?
you've got super robotic.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Okay, I don't know. Yeah, what should we do?
I don't know. It's just really bad.
I don't know what you mean. Like, is there sounds with my voice as it comes through?
It's just like as if there's like a really bad connection.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know what to tell you, bro.
Yeah, it's like a World War II radio. Is
it my mic?
No, it's definitely the connection.
It's definitely the connection. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to do then, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, it sounds super muffled too. It's so weird, actually. What the fuck? Maybe it is. Oh, you're back.
I'm back?
Yeah, that's you. That's better. Oh,
that's
way
better?
Jesus Christ.
Okay. That's good. I'm glad. That's
wonderful.
Sick. Yeah. Amazing. Sick and good. Where were we? I'm so
Kingdom
lost
Hearts
now. You've
3.
totally thrown me off. Yeah, look, just give me the fucking game already. No more trailers, fucking cunts. Jesus.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. Is it that hard, James?
No, I don't think so. Well, clearly it is.
Just thinking like, yeah. Oh yeah, it'll come out in 2016. Good one, man. It feels like it'll be that long, even though no way it'll be. It'll come out like 2012. Kingdom Hearts 3. 6 years is a long wait. You know, between 2 and 3, 6 years, that's ages.
Oh no.
More than twice that long.
Oh, your connection's fucked again. What is going on?
Just because I'm yelling?
There's a problem.
What else do we have to talk about anyway? Because we could just wrap this bitch up.
Oh, I don't know. You have the list.
Do you want to talk about this Defy Media answer? That's about
I
all
can't.
that's on the list.
I literally can't hear what you're saying. The connection's so bad, it feels like it's going to disconnect.
Yeah, okay. That's fine. Let's wrap this bitch up.
What?
Let's just wrap this bitch up.
Oh, okay.
Podcast. Wrap it up. Let's wrap it up, James. And then...
It's so funny.
Oh my god.
I feel like I'm on my own. Oh god. Oh Christ. I can send you this invite for a way out, actually. I'll do that. And then I'll wrap things up. I don't even know if you're still here or not.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know if you can even... I
can, sort of a bit.
Yeah, send me the invite. And don't forget to edit out that spoiler part of the where I fucked up the podcast before you change the SoundCloud.
Right.
Sorry again, ladies and gentlemen, if I spoiled the fucking game for you. That was not my intention.
Oh no. If you haven't already liked the stream, by the way, go ahead and hit the like button. We're nearly at 100. That'd be great. If you haven't already liked, help out the podcast. Right, let me just quickly do this invite. So if I hit play online.
Yeah, you should be able to invite a friend after you say play online.
Alright. Let's see. So I hit invite. And then I do find you. Alright here. Oh wait, I think your mic's fixed.
Yeah?
Ah, I can hear you now. That's great.
Yeah, that's cool. It's probably just because I'm not yelling. Every time I yell...
Maybe, but it didn't really sound like that. It just sounded really laggy. All right, there you go.
Oh no, the chat's saying I sound awful. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I can't hear myself.
There you go.
You invited me to play a way out.
And then
okay,
it should let you do it.
So it's taken me to. Okay, yeah. Well, it says buy.
Does it?
Yeah, it hasn't taken me to like a free trial or anything. That's alright. Buy as gift? No. Free trial. Hang on, free trial.
Okay.
I'll just hit free trial. And I think it's...
You done it?
I think so.
You think so? Okay.
Let's see. Let's see if it's downloading. Hang on. Oh, way out. Yep, installing. Free trial. 17 gig? Is that how big it is?
Probably.
Yeah, cool. All right, awesome.
Yeah, it is 17.4.
So we'll stream that. Yeah, we'll stream that on Patreon this week.
Nice.
There's a game. There's a game.
Good. That can be our $250 a month reward goal, stretch goal thing that we said we'd do months ago.
We do a let's play of something.
Yeah.
But even though I'm supposed to play Halo 1 Legendary.
Too bad. This is it now. That's what you're getting.
Yeah, well, we should just stream Halo 1 because we're going to do a fucking let's play. We could just stream it.
I suppose we could.
Once in a blue moon.
Maybe. We'll see.
It's not that fucking hard.
We'll see. And then our next stretch goal is a website of 500, which, I mean, I don't know how we're going to do that, but I'm sure we'll figure it out.
What do you mean you don't know how we're going to do it? Make a website.
I have no idea who to contact for that, how much that's going to cost.
Well, you don't need to contact anyone for that. What are you talking about?
Well,
you do know my dad's a systems engineer and designs websites and is fucking IT expert. And he's offered to make a website for ages. He's like, I'll make it. It'll be fucking easy. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
Be free, other than the cost to keep it up.
We'll do that then.
Yeah. And also, have you heard of Squarespace, bro? I've made my own website. It takes like 2 hours. It's fucking easy.
Look, one day we'll get a sponsorship with Squarespace.
Yeah, I'd rather you do it. I'd rather give you Squarespace to do it because you're way better at design than I am.
Oh, that sounds
like you trust me. It would take you 1 hour to figure it out, and then you just make it the best website.
Sounds horrible. Maybe, I don't know.
It's not that fucking hard, bro.
We'll see. I don't know. We've got to get that 500 goal first. I'm not doing it till we hit that fucking goal. So head over to patreon.com/as-always.
We're fucking half a dick away from it, bro.
Yeah.
We're a cunt here from 500.
We are. That's true. We are that.
I'm sure we're right.
Anyway,
patreon.com/as-always will be streaming a way out this week.
Do we have, since the mic's fixed, do we have anything else to talk about? Or do you still want to just go ahead and wrap it up?
The only thing is US midterm election. Shout out to Ted Cruz for winning Texas. Shout out. Thank God.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God.
Yeah.
So thank you Texas for not failing the world. And not electing some cuck like Beto. Jesus. I was at Megan's live stream as well for a bit of that as well. That was a good time.
For a little bit, yeah.
I thought you'd be there as well, yeah. Because you just tweeted out. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. I didn't realize you showed up, but Ben told me afterwards that you showed up later. I was watching Ben Shapiro's stream for most of that.
Oh yeah, I wanted to watch the Young Turks because I just love watching the meltdowns. It's my favorite.
God.
It's like my porn when you get to watch some fucking like cry. So
Yeah, that is funny.
it's fucking hilarious. And then it was just Defy Media shuts down. I thought it might be Shane Dawson's next series
Oh.
because all these people were tweeting Shane Dawson, and I was like, Shane Dawson doesn't pick his next documentary series. The next documentary series picks Shane Dawson. Because everyone was talking about this Defy Media, like this channel, like network that shut down. Smosh was a part of it and everything, and they're not paying anyone for the last two because they went into bankruptcy, so they don't have to pay anyone the money for their last 2 months of revenue for videos. People won't get them.
God, I can't imagine.
And supposedly there's so much insider shit that people are going to talk about. And someone said to Shane, "I'm ready to have that cup of tea now." I'm like, oh shit, that'd actually be a real legit series.
That'd be great.
Like, Shane, you can't take breaks. Shane, you can't pick what you want. Just it'll happen, and you just have to cover it. You have to show the truth. Shane is the truth, the way, the light.
That's true.
Yeah, do you know what I saw? Now that I watched the Jake Paul documentary series that Shane did, my YouTube feed is like all week has been Jake Paul, Erica Costell break up. Oh my God. It's like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
Oh yeah.
Unless you're telling me Jake Paul's going to fight me in MMA, I don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's the only time I want to hear his name. Even though it's his brother that I want to fight. But anyway.
Yeah. We can't go a podcast without you mentioning that you want to fight Logan Paul. So one day.
Bro, I'm telling you, one day. That's why I'm keep mentioning it. One day's my motivation. / in 3 weeks when this fucking training camp's over and I'm not revved up to fight every 5 seconds, I won't talk about it ever again.
Okay.
It's just my motivation, bro. It's my motivation.
That's good.
Oh, God. Yeah, but that was about it. That was really it. There's nothing else. We smashed through the topics.
Great. All right. How many podcasts do we have left of this year? Like 3?
Yeah. Do you know what I want to talk to you about this? Because I did look this up. I wanted to decide something. We have 2.
2.
We could have, yes. So I'll tell you, but okay. So it's Sunday the 11th. The next one's the 25th, and then the one after that is episode 89 is the 9th. But then if we did another one, it'd be the 23rd, and that's usually our break period.
Yeah, we don't normally do it then. I'd say let's
you don't do it.
No, let's not do it then. We need a break.
Yeah. We need a break. Yeah, I agree. So we've got 2 more.
Back like second week of January or whatever.
And we'll do Clubhouse on the 16th.
Yeah.
And then we start back on either the 6th of January or the 13th of January.
13th,
but we can decide that later. Yeah, 13th,
because
we've got a few things. Yeah, we normally do a second week. So we'll have about a month break between Kill Connor Club and maybe like 3-week break between. We'll do one missed Clubhouse essentially, probably. Okay. Unless we pre-record something for patrons, which we might. We did that last year.
We'll see. Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
We probably should, so maybe people are paying for that. So.
Yeah, I agree. So we'll just pre-record something. We'll still have the break. We'll do what we did last year. Yeah. And so episode 89 will be the last one of the year for Kill Connor Club, and then we'll come back with episode 90 will be the first one of the year for 2019. But I've got some ideas I wanted to talk to you about as well for next year. And we can talk about it here because it doesn't matter, because we always have these conversations here anyway.
True.
And nothing's confirmed, but we're just spitballing. So we talked about doing the cinema room movie spoiler cast podcast, a third podcast.
Yeah.
And the schedule would be, it comes out a week early on Patreon. So when Kill Connor Club comes out there's a podcast every week, new for somebody. So Kill Connor Club, new, free to the public. That same time, as soon as that's over, that spoiler cast podcast comes out on Patreon. The next week when there's nothing free to the public, that episode from the week before comes out free to the public. That was only on Patreon for the week. But then also for Patreon users, that Sunday, Clubhouse comes out. So for patrons, there's something new every week for them. For people that don't pay, there's something new for them every week. It's either Kill Connor Club or it's the spoiler cast podcast, right? Now, I thought instead of just movies, it can be anything. TV seasons, like when Game of Thrones season finishes, we can do a spoiler cast. Any games that we do, spoiler cast. So it's just like a spoiler cast podcast.
Okay, sure.
Movies, games, TV shows, whatever. Mostly movies.
So we'll always do our new ones so many when new things come out. We'll always we always do a new one.
Something
but
new.
We can do it about old shit as well.
Like, because we want to do all the MCU, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, things we love, but while also we'll take breaks from them when we're doing new shit, a new game, Captain Marvel, Avengers 4, whatever, Star Wars Episode 9.
Does that mean now, so like when new things come out, we'll now fit it into that schedule rather than just sort of uploading it whenever? We'll be like, oh, well, we're near a thing.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, do you want to do it that way? That's what I wanted to check with you. And then we'll call it something else. We'll call it, I don't know. What could we call it? Because it's just all about spoilers.
Oh, yeah. It's Kill Connor Club.
Spoiler warning? I don't know.
Spoiler alert. I don't know.
Spoiler alert. I'd rather spoiler warning sounds better than spoiler alert.
Let's have a think.
Now, another question, and this is something we've talked about. I love the Kill Connor Club art style now.
Right.
Obviously, we're going to change. We change our avatars every year. That we still, Harlan will draw us new avatars. I would like to keep everything else exactly the same.
Yeah.
I love the logo the way it is. I love the art style the way it is. Other than changing the avatars, I would just like to keep it like this.
Yeah,
we spent years developing it. We've found our spot.
Yeah, I was thinking keep it the same, but I was thinking maybe I could go into Photoshop and maybe touch some things up, maybe see if there was something I could, rather than it being identical, it can be pretty much the same, but maybe I'll just try and revamp it, maybe make the colors a bit brighter, I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. Like I get that. I just mean like font-wise, like the Kill Connor Club, that logo, circle logo, I love that.
Yeah, I like it all too.
Now as well.
The styles are great.
Yeah, so with like, let's say like I've got the Kill Connor Club podcast like circle logo on my like banner. Now, could we do that same style, just a different color, and change the style and make it all kind of identical for Clubhouse, and it's just a different color, but it says Clubhouse instead, the same sort of font. And then the same with our third spoiler podcast. So there's like 3 logos for our 3 podcasts that are all the same style because they all fit under the same banner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just really a color that differentiates them. Similar to how Colin has all these different shows and they just have that just different circle logo, but it all represents a different show.
Yeah.
There's 5-side chats like that's whatever. Like I'd like that for us.
So we want to keep for each of our podcasts. So we'd want to keep the style all the same, but we change some of the text so it would fit with the new one. And then we'd switch up the color, or would we keep it all red? Yeah,
so red's Kill Connor Club.
Okay.
And then we'll just come up with different colors, like for the movie one could be blue or something. You know what I mean?
Well,
that's out.
Nice light blue. Look like
I like that. What could we do? What would Clubhouse be if there was a color for Clubhouse?
I don't know.
What color do you think?
Orange.
Like orange, yes, yeah. I could, orange. I like orange.
We've got like, because it's Patreon, and Patreon's logo is like orange. Sort
of. Yeah, that's a legit point. You know what I mean? It's the Patreon podcast, so it could be like Patreon orange.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That would make sense. And then we could get rid of the Clubhouse logo that we've had for the last 2 years and like make it just similar style to Kill Connor Club. Like I think the style should all be the same, just kind of fit it to what it's called and then just have a different color.
Yeah. And talking about
so let's change that up.
I think next year as well, I really want to change the As Always art as well, the logo and stuff. I think it looks fucking shit.
Totally agree. I totally agree.
I hate it. I want to try and do something there. God knows what though. Like you did say that last year though. I've been saying
you said
this
exact
thing. Want to change it.
let's put some real effort into next year's relaunch, because we didn't have a lot this year's relaunch. Let's do some fucking new shit this year.
Let's really try and revamp shit. Let's try and get that new show out with the spoiler cast. We should also change up some of the art and then try and get the podcast on Spotify as well. So
yeah, we got a shitload to do. I'll have to write a list of like tasks we need to do over the break.
Yeah,
got a month off. Let's just focus on that. We'll go and plan out. We've got 3 podcasts to do from now on. But it's been better. I found already just this year it's been better. Like, I always feel like we need the break, and as much like I'm sure we need the break, right? But I'm not as desperate for the break this year with not having to do 3-hour shows every week.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We're not forcing the length of shows anymore. That was a real drain.
Yeah, I agree. I think we've really streamlined things this year.
Yeah, it's noticeably better. Like, we tried out the week-to-week thing, and we found a better way to do it. Like, I like what we're planning. Mm-hmm. I just want it to look flashy. Like, the intros you've done, like the lower thirds and everything, are you going to change those up as well for next year? Like, it would be cool to have some new ones as well. If you're going to change the As Always style. I
think I want to revamp everything. I think I want to really go for and revamp everything. Because lower thirds I think would be good to get some new ones. I think also something that I wanted to do, I said this before for next year, is I would love to have an actual like some sort of jingle or something for the beginning of Kill Connor Club. I also want to streamline the way we do. So like I have those transitions to go through like to KCC React or like to the As Always thing. I would love to have I love to have more to it. Just make everything feel more professional, more streamlined, I guess. In terms of like animations and stuff. I also want to make sure I'm promoting As Always, like just as at the start of videos as well. Just to have that there. I need something for that. I just want to make everything
because you've just got that lower third sort of thing, like And I always have the like, you that wash thing you do with the at the start of every video. Like I'll put the lower third and then I'll put that exclusive content at patreon.com/asalways or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But you could do it almost like have that, where you slide it through, but then you could slide across like and have the 3 circle logos for the 3 podcasts of like exclusive content, and then slide across and it's like the 3 logos each podcast, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Good point.
So I like the red for Kill Connor Club. I like a nice light blue for
Clubhouse.
The spoiler alert show, whatever it's going to be called.
Well,
and then Patreon orange for Clubhouse makes a lot of sense. And then your channel's got the green, mine's the purple. So we've got all these different. Nothing's crossing over.
Yeah. Like I like the way that my channel for this year has been looking really similar to the Kill Connor Club logo. I like keeping everything looking the same. That style's good. So I like that.
Yeah, I agree.
Great. So yeah, I mean, I think that's everything.
I think it's great.
I'm gonna have to make a list of things that I specifically need to do with like After Effects stuff and all of that, so that's all done. But hopefully we can start next year. And I think consistency, making everything feel consistent and like together and everything, will improve. Just the way everything looks.
Because we've honestly been growing so much. Everything's been. Even though we haven't changed a lot this year, I do feel like we've kind of streamlined a lot this year.
Yeah.
Like last year was a lot of we've done way more podcasts this year than last year, but I felt like last year was way more work to do the podcasts. I don't know if you feel the same way, like to do this and then Clubhouse and we're doing podcasts every week, and that was so draining. Whereas this year we've done way more. We've done so many spoiler casts, extra things week after week after week, but it just doesn't feel as like it was as hard.
Yeah.
It just felt way easier this year.
Yeah, this year's felt
for some
easy.
reason.
Everything sort of feels just natural. Like we do the podcast, it's easy. Everything's sorted. Like I don't know.
We need to change Patreon rewards, and I think not always having guests on has helped a lot. Where it's just you and me doing shit, it's actually made it easier on both of us. Because guests can be very draining.
Yeah.
Like not in a bad way. Like I love talking to people, but it's the organizing of it all.
Yeah.
And that makes it a job. Where it's like it's easy. Every Sunday, you and I know. That's just part of our schedule. Yeah. It's the exact same time every week for almost 5 years. Whereas when it's a guest, it could be any time. Oh shit, we got to fit into this schedule. It just becomes a fucking job. It's something you got to fit in.
Yeah.
Rather than just part of our life. So I do think we need to, other than when people pay that high amount, that max, we don't need to do with Patreon. I think we need to change rewards. Get some new ideas for rewards. change things up a bit.
I also want to change the little icons that are above rewards so that it's in keeping with the style of the page and everything.
Rather lemon milk. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Lemon milk. Brilliant.
Funny. I got a question for you. Before we wrap this up. So I've got 2 thumbnails for this Red Dead video. Now they're pretty much the exact same.
I hate them both.
But
have you sent them? Yeah.
Okay. I've just sent them over Skype. Which one?
All right. Let's wait for these to come through.
Yeah. Which one? Just very simple, similar to my Odyssey review thumbnail. Like I just want the logo picture and just white. I
can tell they're coming through because your mic's having a fucking seizure. Okay, let's see these.
There should be 3.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think if I had if I had to pick one, I'd go with the first one.
Just the white?
Yeah, but that's only if I had to pick one.
You don't like them?
Look, they're fine.
Is it the text that's an issue? Is it the picture that's an issue? Is it too simple?
I don't know.
I did throw it together while I just threw it together very quickly. Like,
if I'm thinking if I were to change it, what would I do? I probably wouldn't. I probably just would start again. But
yeah, okay. I'll start again. I get it. I'll start again.
I mean, maybe like I'd add like a shadow to the Red Dead Redemption logo. Maybe just a little shadow, not like a big spread shadow. Just sort of like one that.
No, I've deleted it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'll start again.
Oh God. I'm sorry.
No, I appreciate. That's why I go to you. I know you'll tell me. Like, look, this sucks, and that's fine. I'm very tired.
It doesn't suck. It doesn't suck.
Yeah, it's just not good.
It's just I mean, it's just not. It's just like sort of. It's fine. Like it's fine.
Yeah, that's not good enough for me. No, that's fine. It's all good. Okay. I'll do it again. I'll do better. I can do better. I can do better. I'll do better.
Yeah.
It's all good.
I do.
It's all good. Anyway, let's wrap this shit up.
All right.
Do you want to read that Patreon list and I need to get to sleep and go to work in the morning.
Okay.
I'm going to be so tired.
All right. Well, thanks everybody so much for listening to this episode of Kill Connor Club. Tune in 2 weeks' time for episode 88 of Kill Connor Club podcast. But if you want extra content in the meantime, and you're like, man, I really enjoyed this, I would love something else, we have a backlog of so many podcast episodes, as well as an episode that comes out every week that Kill Connor Club isn't on, over on patreon.com/as always, and it's just $1 to get access to all of that. You can obviously pledge more if you want other rewards, but go and check that out. Links in the description, or go to patreon.com/as always. And to thank some of you sweet vintage lads we have here supporting us already over there. We have King Richard III, Ikraik, Ballsack47, Tman or Travis, Josh fucking cunt, Tman or Travis, Josh Devillier, Billy the Team Tynamite Captain Robertson, Damian, Casey Wood, Viridian, Arbiter the Tony Team Fizhy, ArunWyn, Mary5380, Lumistrad, Austin, Andreu Martinez, Johan Valdez, Benedict Parker Returns, David Bindis, ShieldZ, Arthur Morgan, Beau Daman, The Real Jorrator, Zahir, Captain Keys Official, Carl, Ollie the Dane, Elstico91, Emil Katborg, ShieldZ, Prudhvi Muvva, Julie, Adam Sundling, HBars12, Jace the Last Medici, the ACMJS, James and Lad, Yazen, Joe the Sex Boy Smith, Brian Ford, Connor DeRose Bully in the Alley, Joshua Mora, Gene, Marcus Blackburn, Seth, Oscar Ravjai, Son of a Bitch, OG Adogo, Brendan, or BQ Overlord, and Pink Flame 313. Thank you all so much for your continued support over at patreon.com.
Thanks, sweet vintage lads. Thank you.
And that's that. All right. Thanks, everybody.
And join our Red Dead crew, like the stream.
Yeah, link in the description.
Rate us on everything. Yeah. Amazing.
And all that's there. Okay.
Phenomenal.
Great. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.